Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
The Cape Cod Baseball League season is a marathon, but right now it feels like a sprint for Hyannis. Tonight the Harbor Hawks began the third day of an 8-game and 8-day stretch with the biggest challenge of the summer. The Beast of the East, the white-hot Whitey Red Sox, come to McKeon Park for the two teams' first meeting of 2026. Whitey and Hyannis, first pitch next on Cape League TV. As we say hello to you from inside the broadcast booth, I'm Max Schwartzberg, joined by Quincy Bell and Charlie Adams. Welcome to Harbor Hawks Baseball. Well, I want to say a number for you. 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the hottest temperature ever recorded on the earth. And if there's one thing that is maybe hotter than that, it's the Whitey Red Sox. I mean, Chaz, these guys are unbelievable. They're 9-1. They got 18 points to lead the East. Everything's going right for Scotty Picker's Red Sox.
Everything's going right, and it really starts on the pitching side. The top ERA in the league. The batters have done what they can to bring home 9 wins, so it's working out, but the Harbor Hawks have a chance here if their offense keeps going to steal one.
Well, Charlie caught up with manager Mitch Carricker before the game. Take a listen.
Charlie Adams pregame with skipper Mitch Carricker ahead of this action against YD. Coach, YD, the top team in the league. Is that any added motivation for the team entering today?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. We show up every day wanting to win. It doesn't matter really who the opponent is. We know they're really well coached. We know they have a really good club. They're playing good right now. So, maybe a little extra motivation, but, I think we're pretty motivated to get back on the winning side of things.
Liam Barrett made his debut yesterday in the 9 spot, leading off today. What did you like out of him yesterday?
Yeah, I think he took some good at-bats. Tough out at the plate, did a good job with 2 strikes. He's comfortable up there and just wanted to shake some things up a little bit and see what he could do.
And Kyle Olivo gets the ball today. We've seen him in the batting order recently and having a lot of success at the plate. How can that kind of help him when he switches back to on the mound, where he's also been successful this season?
Yeah, he's probably been as good as anybody in the league on the mound. I think he's done a really good job on that front. Obviously we saw some stuff offensively that we really liked. Now he flips to the other side of the ball where I think he's probably most comfortable anyways. And so looking for another good start out of him tonight.
All right, Coach, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Well, we got a great pitching matchup tonight. Kyle Olivo, who's made a huge impact in the batter's box, getting the start on the mound, Quincy, tonight.
Yeah, he's been one of the best pitchers on the Cape so far this year. He's thrown 2 outings of 4 innings apiece. He's yet to give up a run. He had the strikeout stuff working against Katuitt. He's looked phenomenal, and if there's anyone to put up a good performance against these 9-1 Whitey Red Sox, it would be Kyle Olivo.
Well, there's a new guy in the lineup. He did start yesterday against the other team, Harwich, but tonight he'll be playing and leading off, and Sam Guarini caught up with him. Liam Barrett.
Sam Guarini here with Liam Barrett, an outfielder from UC Santa Barbara. You got to the Cape just days ago. You had a great game yesterday. What can we expect to see from you this summer?
Just a lot of energy, good vibes, California kid trying to just win out here, bring good energy and compete and win, yeah.
And what excites you most about being in the Cape League?
I think just playing with the best competition. It's the most prestigious league out here, and I told my coach, I want to play with the best, and it gets me better too. So yeah.
And when you're facing some of the best pitching in college baseball, how are you going to approach this challenge?
Sticking with my approach. I'm a pretty passive hitter. I'm looking for what I like up there. I'm not going to let guys get me out. I don't strike out a lot, so just doing my thing in the box. Not really going to change anything up here. I faced a lot of good pitching this year, and just looking at doing my thing.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sam. First pitch between the Harbor Hawks and YD Red Sox next on Cape League TV.
I think, Dean, they're allowing you to find your own success and your own true independence.
Dean is a whole group of all different kinds of people and communities.
Since I've come to Dean, I've learned a lot of time management skills.
Our community is especially tight-knit, and the majority of our students live on campus. And you are guaranteed 4 years of housing while you attend Dean.
Dean is just full of opportunities for you to embrace, to welcome, so you can change yourself to who you want to be and form your career for the future.
So go through that, all right? Think that way.
Be a bulldog. Have a bulldog mentality in everything you do in life, whether you're playing sports or in the classroom or just socializing around campus.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
Comes to Chevy, there's only one name you need to know.
Hi, I'm Todd Copeland, and this is Copeland Chevrolet Hyannis. We stock more Chevys than anyone on Cape Cod.
And if you need the best price,
just check this out.
Copeland Chevrolet has over 200 new Chevys in stock, and they're all on sale today with huge discounts or new lower lease payments. Don't wait.
For the Chevy you want and the savings you need,
you can count on Copeland Chevrolet Hyannis. CopelandChevroletHyannis.com.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Wherever you need to go, arrive in comfort, style, and complete peace of mind. From seamless rides to and from Logan Airport, to the energy of the big game in the city, to unforgettable weddings, proms, and nights out with friends. Bella Luxury Transportation is there every step of the way. No stress, no driving. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. Bella Luxury Transportation, leave the driving to us.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Wherever you need to.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Wherever you need to go, arrive in comfort, style, and complete peace of mind. From seamless rides to and from Logan Airport to the energy of the big game in the city, to unforgettable weddings, proms, and nights out with friends, Bella Luxury Transportation is there every step of the way. No stress, no driving. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. Bella Luxury Transportation, leave the driving to us.
Welcome back here to McKeon Park. We just heard a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. The Whitey Red Sox come in leading the East at 9-1, and let's meet them. Timon Alfie will lead it off, and Brock Kettleson bats second. There's Avery Ortiz. He's a recognizable face. He was on the Red Sox for a couple games last season. Tommy Gooden will bat fourth, and Brady Dallimore does the catching, batting fifth. Caleb Daniel bats sixth. Ethan Ball, Phoenix Call, and Lucas Franco scheduled for Scott Pickler's Red Sox. And there you go. Hyannis sending out a guy who's gotten it done in the box, and he's also gotten it done in the mound. Kyle Olivo getting the start today. So far, 8 scoreless innings across 2 appearances on the Cape. He's also 5 for 8 at the plate with a home run and a double. This guy is as athletic as they come.
Yeah, and the highlight from this YD Red Sox team has been the pitching staff. They have a 2.3 ERA as a team, but the bats have been really good as well. They're hitting .252 as a team. That's second in the Cape League, and they've scored more runs than anyone in the Cape League through 10 games with 67. Over 6 runs per game. They have been hard to get out.
Absolutely. I mean, one thing that stuck out about Hyannis is the home-road splits. Much better pitching-wise on the road. YD is as steady as a rock. It doesn't matter where they're playing. Right around the exact same thing as we take a look at how Hyannis lines up defensively over there in the outfield. Liam Barrett in left, Tanner Chun in center, and JP Head in right. Jordan Lodice, Taylor Kirk, Charlie Bates, and Caden Miller as Will Fosberg gets the start, does the catching for Olivo, and Henry Zener will be the DH tonight.
Will Fosberg behind the plate has been particularly good defensively. When pitchers pitch with him catching, they have an ERA of just 1.8 this year. He's been, at least defensively, the most solid backstop that Hyannis has had, and he's been getting some more starts as of late behind the plate.
Well, the Harbor Hawks looking to get back in the winning column. Of course, a couple nights ago, it was a 4-run 9th inning, their first come-from-behind win of the 2026 season. And we talked about it right at the top of the show, but they are currently amidst an 8 games and 8-day stretch, which is never a natural occurrence on the Cape. But because of the rain out this past Tuesday, Hyannis played yesterday against Harwich, the only 2 teams that played. And it's really all hands on deck this season and in this stretch for Harbor Hawks, and they're going to need guys like Olivo to be stretched.
Now, the good news, depending on how you look at it, Hyannis hasn't been as great as at home this year as they have been on the road. But including yesterday's game against Harwich, they have 5 of 6 games at home. So if they could turn up their home performances, it could be a good thing. But if they keep playing the way at home they have been, it might not be the greatest thing in the world. But if you're playing so many games in so many days, you'd like to have the majority of them at home.
Timon Alfie will lead it off, the Boston College Eagle. Was at Dayton his freshman year, so just coming off his first season in Chestnut Hill. Rodice playing even with the cut at third. This guy's known to drop a bunt down. Underway, and away we go. 6:05 first pitch, 5 minutes behind schedule. YD 5-0 on the road this season, away from Red Wilson Field. Line to short and cut by Taylor Kirk. His first day in the lineup. After a couple nights off, he gets a hot shot and out number 1.
And welcome back to the lineup there. Hot shot off the bat of Manolfi. But Kirk in good positioning there, and Hyannis maybe catches a little bit of a break there for out number 1.
Here's Brock Kettleson off to a hot start to the Cape League. I mean, all these guys are. YD 9-1 on the season. Fouls it into Fosberg's glove, but just can't hold on. 0-1 the count. And just to conceptualize kind of these Hyannis home-road splits, as a whole, the Harbor Hawks a 5.13 ERA. That's 8th in the Cape League, but at home, on the road, 2.51 to a 7+ mark at home.
It's just been really weird because you'd think they would be a lot better at home, but they've just been so terrific pitching on the road. Olivo on the mound made both of his starts on the road this year.
Cold strike 3, backdoor bender, and Olivo's got his first K of the day.
And maybe the home stats aren't as great because Kyle Olivo has yet to make a home start. He made his first start at Wareham. He made his second start at Katua. This is the first time that the home fans will be able to see what he's got. And what he's got is a terrific breaking ball that froze Brock Kettleson right there.
Here's Avery Ortiz, a returning Red Sox. Only played in a few games for Scott Pickler last year, but of course was part of the postseason run for YD that ended on the very last possible game. They went to Game 3 of the series against Bourne. Only one 1-2-3 inning last night for the Hyannis pitching staff. It was a game that was kind of hectic in terms of free passes. 12 on the day. That's 2 shy of the season high, which was on opening day against Brewster, 14. But for Hyannis yesterday, 5 walks, 4 wild pitches, and 3 errors.
And the miscues have really been coming, like we've mentioned, at home. They've walked 30 batters at home this year to just 18 on the road.
Full count now. Avery Ortiz out of Oklahoma State. So far, 4 for 14 this summer. Looking for his first extra base hit as he flies one to left field. JP Head over into the gap for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Olivo. We head to the bottom of the first inning on Cape League TV.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
A stay with Del Mar Vacations is more than a getaway. It's a refined Cape Cod experience. From beautifully maintained homes and elevated amenities to personalized service at every step, we deliver a level of care that sets us apart. Our dedicated local team ensures every detail is thoughtfully handled, allowing you to relax and enjoy your time on the Cape. With luxury homes in Barnstable and more than 400 properties across Cape Cod, Del Mar makes finding your perfect retreat effortless.
1-2-3 inning for Kyle Olivo on the top of the first inning. Let's see how Mitch Carricker writes in the starting 9 here tonight against the white-hot YD Red Sox. Liam Barrett leads it off for the first time this season. JP Head, Charlie Bates to follow. Caden Miller, Lodis, and Zener, 4-5-6 Lodis. Oh, what a game he had yesterday. Henry Zener will DH, and Tanner Chun gets the start in center field. Will Fosberg and Taylor Kirk batting out of the 9 spot. I know it's highlighted on Chun, but it's actually Lodis who had the 4-for-5 night last night against Harwich. On the mound for the Red Sox, Easton Teal, right-hander. Hyannis definitely glad to see a non-southpaw on the hill. 3 2/3 innings and 2 earned runs his last start on the 18th against Wareham, but this is a guy who can get quick outs. Look at that whip, sub-1. He knows what he's doing on the hill.
You know, sub-1 whip is always something to look for in terms of a great pitcher. Liam Barrett leading things off for Hyannis. He had a hit in his first Cape League at-bat yesterday, and he has a ton of speed. I think the hope from Mitch Carricker is that he can solidify himself as the everyday leadoff hitter, because Hyannis really hasn't found one yet, but he has the prototype to be that guy for the Harbor Hawks.
Well, he was essentially the pseudo leadoff guy last night. He batted ninth in his first game on the Cape. 1 for 3 with a walk. He also stole a base. As it looks like Easton Teal has some sort of equipment malfunction. He's walking over by the YD dugout. Maybe a pitch comm issue. He's going to exchange pitch comms. So a brief on-field delay here in the last of the first. Barrett, another UCSB guy. And back to the conversation about leadoff hitters. I mean, we've seen a plethora of different guys in the spot. Henry Ziener's gotten a lot of looks there. We've seen Taylor Kirk a couple times. Just looking to see what sticks. Inside for ball 1. Barrett was an all Big West honorable mention in 36 games this past spring for the Gauchos. But talking about leadoff hitters, hit over 300 and solidified himself kind of at the top of the UCSB order. Also, more walks than strikeouts, and that's really difficult to do. He's got a great feel for the strike zone.
It's what you want out of a leadoff hitter, a guy that's going to get on base and not strike out.
On 1-1, he'll take down. He also finished the season with an 18-game on-base streak. That's the longest of any player on his team in the season. So you can make that 19 games combining last night against Harwich. Catches the corner. Barrett didn't seem to love the call from home plate umpire Sam Finn. Michael Chamara at third base and Mickey Hoppert at first. On a 2-2. Barrett swings and misses. Climbed the ladder, and Easton Teal's got a K in his first at-bat of the day.
I know we just got the strikeout there, but Easton Teal is not a guy with overpowering stuff. He's mostly a pitch-to-contact guy. This past year at Oral Roberts, he had 68 strikeouts in 77 innings, so most of his stuff comes from weak contact, but he did get the K there.
Here's JP Head, who's had one of the more interesting starts to a summer. He's hitting just 174, but his OPS is over 900 because 3 of his 4 hits have left the ballpark. And he's homered in back-to-back games. On Wednesday against Orleans and last night against Harwich.
He became the first Harbor Hawk to homer in multiple games in a row.
Hyannis leads the Cape League in home runs in the early goings. In their first strike and 1-2 the count. I mean, it's not really much of a surprise that Head is hitting for such power. He was the AAC home run leader with 22 this past spring at UAB in Bama. Lined up the middle into center field, a base hit. The second hit that has not left the yard for JP Head is a 1-out single here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, he got caught out in front there on that pitch from Easton Teal. Sort of just threw the hands at that ball, but it squeaked up the middle for the hit. I'm sure JP Head is happy that he can get a hit without having to hit it so far.
So that'll bring up Bates, the guy who's also slugged well in the early goings. Batting .250 to start the night, but 7th in the Cape League in OPS. And he fouls it right into the mitt of Brady Dallimore.
Yeah, when he's another guy, just like JP Head, where when he's gotten hits, they've come in a big way. He's got 2 home runs and a triple so far.
He's reached base in all 8 games played this summer. As we take a look at how Scott Pickler's defense lines up here in the last of the first inning. Timon Elfie in left, Phoenix Call in center, Brock Kettleson in right, Avery Ortiz and Tommy Gooden at the corners, and Lucas Franco, Ethan Ball up the middle, as Brady Dalamar does the catching for Easton Teal.
Yeah, that 8-game on-base streak from Charlie Bates, the longest on the Harbor Hawks, and it's an active streak.
On a 1-2, Bates swings and misses. Up the ladder they go for Easton Teal. He's got his second strikeout of the day.
And there are so many pitchers on the Cape that will just overpower you with their velocity, but Teal not one of those guys, and that might be throwing off Hyannis a little bit here, because if you're seeing 95 every single day, it can be a big adjustment to a pitcher that is working in the mid-80s.
Caden Miller takes ball 1. .68 strikeouts in 77 1/3 innings this past spring at Oral Roberts for Teal. But I'm telling you, it's just getting the quick outs, quick contact. A little bit different in this inning as there's a start and stop for Head at first base, and Miller takes a strike.
And the other good thing for Teal is that he doesn't walk batters. In those 77 innings at Oral Roberts, he only walked 23.
He continues to jump ahead here. He went more than 6 innings in over half of his outings for Oral Roberts. So he's an innings eater as Head runs on the pitch, and he will steal second base.
And sometimes the best thing to do against a finesse pitcher who doesn't throw very hard is to try to take a base. You know, there's more time for the ball to get to the plate, and that time Head picked a really good pitch to go on.
First theft of the summer.
I think Miller may have gotten hit by that pitch. It was down and in by his foot. Bit of a delayed call by Sam Finn, but I think that did get him.
Well, the official scorer ruled it a steal. I guess that will change in a moment as Jordan Lodis steps into the plate. 2 on and 2 down here in the last of the first. Lodis coming off a career night.
Yeah, he's the guy to have at the plate right now.
11 total bases yesterday against Harwich. 4 for 5 with a home run and a double. He's got 5 extra base hits in his last 3 games. On the hands and pop foul. Tommy Gooden has room and makes the catch. Hyannis gets 2 ducks on the pond, but they can't come home to score. No score heading to the top of the second on Cape League TV.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
The second inning brought to you by Cape Cod Orthopedics. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to support Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball. For decades, athletes, families, and residents across Cape Cod have trusted Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for expert care. Their team specializes in sports medicine, orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, and rehabilitation, helping patients get back to the activities they enjoy most. Whether you're recovering from an injury or looking for specialized orthopedic care, learn more at CapeCodOrtho.com. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the region's largest orthopedic specialty group. Both pitchers worked scoreless first innings, and Kyle Olivos was just a little bit better. He went 1-2-3 as we're here in the top of the second inning on Cape League TV. Tommy Gooden, Brady Dalamore, and Caleb Daniel. It's 4-5-6 for Scott Pickler and the Red Sox scheduled. And you got to figure this could be a game that is a pitcher's duel, and whoever scores first might have the upper hand when you're playing a team like YD that just locks it down. Fouled off to the right by the on-deck circle where Brady Dallimore waits.
And we know how great YD is on the pitching side, so if Hyannis wants to win today, it's probably going to have to be a 3-2, 4-3 type game.
Good in a rising junior at Vanderbilt. 6 for 28 to start the summer, but he does have 2 home runs. Lots and lots of players tied with 2. The Cape League is 3 at the moment. As it looks like they might be assessing a pitch clock violation on Tommy Gooden. Here's the 0-2. Well up and away.
In terms of home runs, everyone's chasing Jacob Lee on Brewster. He's the only guy with 4 home runs. JP Head, we mentioned him for Hyannis. He's sitting there 1 away with 3 on the year.
On the way, and it's chop foul up the first base line. It's worth mentioning again just the kind of journey of Kyle Olivo. I mean, he was a talented two-way player out of high school, and this past spring he was a Olerud two-way player of the year award finalist. But it's been so impressive to see what he's done as this pitch is launched in the air to right field. You can forget that. A no-doubter for Tommy Gooden. And YD jumps out to the early lead.
Yeah, that one was smoked. No chance that was staying in the yard. That might have been still rising as it left the right field fence. One of the farther home runs we've seen today, and that wind is blowing straight out towards right. So the lefties are going to have something to work with today.
That's one of the farthest shots we've seen out to right field. The wind commonly blows in here at McKeon Park. More left to right, west to east over the outfield as Dallimore takes a ball.
There's not a ton of wind blowing out, but the little breeze there is heading towards right.
12 home runs in 48 games this past spring at Vanderbilt for Gooden. Dallimore out of Ole Miss. As of 6 days ago, he recently committed there, just recently playing at TCU. So he'll join Trey Haase this upcoming fall for the Rebels. And a couple former Harbor Hawks, Will Libert and Hayden Federico.
I wonder if he caught up with Trey Haase before the game. 2 guys in the upcoming transfer portal class for Ole Miss.
On 3-1, he takes a strike. Haase not in the lineup tonight for Mitch Carricker, but available off the bench. It's now 2 of the last 3 games where Haase didn't get a start, despite being Hyannis' plate appearance and at-bat leader by kind of a wide margin. He's been in there pretty much every day.
And getting a couple off days. Trying to keep him fresh.
As there's a first walk issued by Kyle Olivo.
Designated hitter from Georgia Tech, number 6, Caleb Daniel.
That walk is our free pass of the game presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualified. CapeCod.edu/free for more. Check swing from Caleb Daniel, but a called strike nonetheless. It'll be interesting to see what's the response from Olivo. I mean, that home run is the first earned run he's given up this entire Cape League summer. So first bit of adversity faced on the hill for Olivo. And he balks. here, and Dallimore moves up 90 feet. Did not come set, and a runner in scoring position for Whitey.
You don't see too many balks nowadays, but Levo didn't quite pause there, and now Fosberg is getting a new wristband from manager Mitch Carricker right now. Not quite sure what that's about.
Looks like the pitch comm has it on his left wrist. Yep, you can see the little dials on it. YD, unsurprisingly, top of the board with runners in scoring position. How about a 344 average, 946 OPS? The next closest team is Chatham at 305 and a 790 OPS. And a lot of that came from that one game that they scored 17 runs. Strike two into Caleb Daniel.
And YD has had a couple of really resounding wins. 2 days ago against Brewster, they took that one 8-1.
O2 on the way, and it's up the middle, into center field, a base hit. Dallimore coming around to score. The throw into the plate is cut off by Caden Miller. An RBI single for Daniel, and YD adds another 2-0 Red Sox here in the top of the second.
Yeah, they hit as a team. If they get going, they'll single you to death. That's part of why they're 9-1 on the year. It's that every single person in this lineup has been hitting.
Here's Ethan Ball, the shortstop. Hyannis looking to roll a pair. It's been a slow start to the summer for Ball. A 158 clip in 19 at-bats. But hit over 300 this past spring for Virginia Tech. Member of the ACC. Runner goes on the pitch, and there's a flare to right field. Bates has it, and he'll be able to double off the runner. 2 for 1 for Hyannis.
Yeah, they needed that. YD was in the midst of starting a huge inning, and we saw Harwich do that to the Harbor Hawks multiple times yesterday, but that time they got a little too aggressive, sending the runner, and Bates able to double him off, and now Olivo can settle down and just focus on getting one more out.
Well, that's got to be frustrating for Ethan Ball. He snapped his shillelagh, and then there's 2 outs. Right side, here's Bates for out number 3. YD adds a pair of runs here in the top of the second inning. 2-0 Red Sox heading to the bottom half on Cape League TV.
A stay with Del Mar Vacations is more than a getaway. It's a refined Cape Cod experience. From beautifully maintained homes and elevated amenities to personalized service at every step, we deliver a level of care that sets us apart. Our dedicated local team ensures every detail is thoughtfully handled, allowing you to relax and enjoy your time on the Cape. With luxury homes in Barnstable and more than 400 properties across Cape Cod, Del Mar makes finding your perfect retreat effortless.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Hyannis trails 2-0 here in Cape League TV. Now in the bottom of the second inning. And Easton Teal got into a little bit of trouble back in the first, but it was able to strike out 2. Hey Harbor Hawks fans, did you know Cape Cod Orthopedics is the region's largest orthopedic specialty group? As the premier provider of orthopedic care on Cape Cod, their team is committed to helping patients return to the activities they enjoy most. From diagnosis and treatment to recovery and rehabilitation, Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine takes pride in delivering exceptional care and an outstanding patient experience. To learn more about their services, visit CapeCodOrtho.com. The second inning brought to you by Cape Cod Orthopedics. Henry Zienert will lead it off against Teal. 5-6-7-2 up, and a pair of lefties sandwiching Tanner Chen on deck. As Fosberg gets the start. Going to be batting third in this inning. But Zienert playing in his 10th game this season. Sees a strike. He's now 0 for his last 9 in his last 9 ABs.
And YD's putting a heavy shift on him right now. They got 3 infielders on the first base side of second. The shortstop, Franco's playing up the middle.
Cued off the end of the bat, and it'll remain foul. And Avery Ortiz, the lone Red Sox on the left side of the infield.
And if I'm Zienert, I'm looking to see that pitch all the way and maybe shoot one the other way.
Does not have too many options here, though, behind 0-2. As Easton Teal, who's not a prolific strikeout pitcher, bids for his third. Just a 152 start to the summer for Zienert. In the air, left side. Avery Ortiz now in a foul territory. Almost overruns it, but makes the catch for the first out of the last of the second inning.
And that's the second time we've seen a Harbor Hawk pop up in foul territory. We saw that happen to Jordan Lodis to end the inning. That can happen against a finesse pitcher like Teal. The ball looks too juicy coming in, but it drops off or stays where it's at, and you take a big cut at it and just get under it.
Up comes Chun, who's another guy amidst an offer. Now Ofer's last 14. Ironically enough, Hyannis' bottom of the order yesterday was amongst the hotter hitters coming into the game. This time it's a little bit more top-loaded as Mitch Carricker gets more familiar with the type of talent he has. As Chun sees a ball. By the way, that home run for Tommy Gooden, 441 feet to right field.
And wall scraper. That one was crushed.
Maybe in another universe that scrapes a wall. I'll skip away. Chun transferring back home to Hawaii. He's going to become a Rainbow Warrior. Rising junior out of Honolulu. But he played 2 seasons in the South at Tulane. It's one of the cooler mascots, the Green Wave.
And he's going to be a Rainbow Warrior.
So, I mean, that's probably cooler, right?
The Green Wave, you could confuse that for Hawaii because their logo's green, and they definitely have waves over there.
Grass is green. In the air, right field. Kettleson was shaded the other way, now towards the line with room for out number 2.
Yeah, he was just a little late there. Gave it a good ride. That's a couple inches towards the barrel. You might see an opposite field home run there.
So up comes Will Fosberg, getting just his second start of the summer, although this is game number 4. His only start was last Saturday against Catuit. He did not record a hit, but he had 2 really nice plate appearances where he drew walks, scored a huge run for Hyannis. But the big one, the lone hit with runners in scoring position for the Harbor Hawks 2 nights ago. It was in the 9th inning. Hyannis was down 4-2, and Olivo had a leadoff double. Fosberg singled him home, and then a couple sacrifice flies later. Hyannis takes the lead, and you can thank that guy for the big hit that got this party started.
Yeah, it was a big moment in that game to keep that inning going with nobody out. Hyannis eventually took the lead and the win. And I mentioned that game because They came back and won for the first time, and they know that they are not finished if they're losing in a game. Because yesterday against Harwich, Hyannis was down 6-1. They came back and tied it, and they looked confident doing so.
But it was the free passes that ended up coming back to bite him. As Fosberg rips it to right, that's in for a base hit. 2-out knock for the Hawks, and up comes the number 9 man, Taylor Kirk.
Yeah, Fosberg did not have the best year at Northeastern. He just hit 194, but he's making a play to be the starting catcher here in Hyannis.
Yeah, he came into the season as the starting catcher for head coach Mike Glavin, the brother of Hall of Famer Tom Glavin, but he lost the job to Cooper Tarantino because Fosberg had a big early season slump that also coincided with the Tarantino hot streak. So he really didn't get much of a chance after the first month plus of the season because Tarantino was just so hot.
Something similar was happening up here. John Embry for Hyannis is off to a hot start, although he can also play third.
Here's Taylor Kirk playing his first game since the 21st against Chatham. It's been 5 days. Still looking for a home this upcoming fall in the transfer portal. As you could see on his helmet, previously at Fordham. Front door bender, but inside for a ball.
And that was why he was gone for a couple of days. He was going on visits to schools that might want him. But he's back up and looking to keep this inning going.
Just 3 for 27 to start the summer as he lays off another soft breaking ball, and Sam Finn identifies it as outside. This guy's got some serious speed, though, that's for sure. 30 stolen bases in 55 games at Fordham, and he flies it to right center field. Kettleson going back, and the right fielder makes the catch. For out number 3. 2-out base runner for the Harbor Hawks. Top of the third inning coming up. YD over Hyannis, 2-0 on Cape League TV.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
A stay with Del Mar Vacations is more than a getaway. It's a refined Cape Cod experience. From beautifully maintained homes and elevated amenities to personalized service at every step, we deliver a level of care that sets us apart. Our dedicated local team ensures every detail is thoughtfully handled, allowing you to relax and enjoy your time on the Cape. With luxury homes in Barnstable and more than 400 properties across Cape Cod, Del Mar makes finding your perfect retreat effortless.
The lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season thanks to the Knack Cape Cod. The Knack offers 2 locations, Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit theknackcapecod.com to order online today. The Knack Cape Cod is proud to be the Light Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long. It's never too early to scoreboard watch here in the Cape. Let's take a look at how the standings are going, and we've talked about it ad nauseum today. YD, unbelievable, 9-1. Look at that, 18 points. Harwich, who we saw yesterday, has been pretty good. 7-3. Brewster, Chatham, and Orleans to follow. The West is a lot closer. Bourne and Falmouth currently tied with 11 points. You got Hyannis in second place, Cotuit, and then Wareham left out of the top 5.
Yeah, Hyannis was in last for a while and then won a couple games to get past Cotuit into third. If they would have won yesterday, they would have been just 1 point out, but there's still plenty of time to make a run at that division title with how close these teams in the West are.
Here's the number 9 man, Lucas Franco, getting his first look at Kyle Olivo. Only 4 at-bats this season. It was yesterday, 2 for 4 on the Cape. Strike two. Franco was teammates with Brady Dallimore this past spring at TCU, but of course Dallimore heading over to the Ole Miss Rebels. Actually, for Dallimore, it's going to be his third school in 3 years. His first year of college was at UCSB. So kind of a perfect magnifying glass at the current landscape of the NCAA, just the transfer portal bonanza.
Yeah, it's wild. Players are jumping all over the map.
Hooked on the ground outside of first.
I wonder if the NCAA is going to implement some rules to limit how often players could transfer.
On the ground left side, here's Kirk, who bobbles, but still makes the out.
And good job sticking with it there. A lot of times after the bobble, players will rush the throw. That time, Kirk staying calm and delivered a strong throw over to Miller to just barely grab Franco, who was moving down the line.
Up comes Timon Alfie, who lined out to the aforementioned Kirk to open up the game in the top of the first inning. Whitey currently on top of Hyannis, 2-0 here on Cape League TV. Levo going pretty consistently to that breaking ball. Although it was the fastball that was highly touted by recruiters. Back in 2022 when he was still in high school, it was already in the low 90s, and now it's right around that mid-90 range.
And against Katuitt, he was ramping it up near 96, 97. He was really getting the most out of his velocity. He was a reliever for almost all of his games at Iowa. 17 appearances, only 2 starts, but I think Iowa wants him to transition to a starter.
I mean, it was impressive to see what he did at Iowa this past spring. He led the team in strikeouts as a reliever. I mean, you really don't see that too often. He didn't even qualify in terms of innings pitched. Of course, the qualified guys are pretty much all the weekend starters or the midweek. Another chopper over Kirk, and he's got out number 2.
Yeah, it was really a fascinating thing to look at. His stats were terrific. I mean, 67 strikeouts in just 51 innings. And he kept the walks down as well. He only walked 24. A lot of times with collegiate guys, you see really high strikeout numbers accompanied by really high walks as well.
Brock Kettleson struck out looking his first time up. The only strikeout of the day thus far for Olivo. 4 strikeouts in each of his first 2 starts this summer on the Cape for Kyle. There's a chopper foul at the plate. One of the things that we talked about before we got on the air today is how the Hyannis pitching staff seems to have, so far, really responded well to Will Fosberg behind the plate. I mean, coming in only 10 1/3 innings with him there. This is a ground ball right side for Charlie Bates. Has the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 frame for Kyle Olivo. We'll send it down to Ethan Wax, who's got something. What's up, Ethan?
Thanks, guys. I had a chance to speak with Jordan Lodi's, catching up with him pregame, and he told me how the team needs to work on winning every pitch constantly, and this will be a tall test against a team who leads the ERA, who leads the Cape in ERA at 2.30, and I'm trying to figure out how they can do this, and I think it's about limiting the free passes. One that was definitely a point of emphasis in the previous game against Harwich, the countless free passes. So if they can just keep free passes at a minimum, I think they'll have a better chance. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ethan. And Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's a really tough challenge. Anytime you face the league leader in ERA, and I think what we're seeing on the mound from Easton Teal is a great microcosm of how wide he's pitched this season. Yes, they've gotten into some trouble, but they're able to work out of jams and keep it relatively clean.
And one thing that they do as well is they field really well. Only 12 errors on the season so far, and they don't strike out too many batters. YD as a staff total has struck out 87 batters. That's 9th on the Cape. So they're allowing a lot of soft balls in play, and their fielders have been doing a great job of just getting outs. They're first in whip as well with a 1.12 mark. They don't walk very many hitters, just 33 allowed. That's also top in the Cape.
Second time through the order now, as it's top of the order, Liam Barrett here in the bottom of the third. He's a strikeout victim back in the first inning. 2 Ks for Easton Teal, and again, we mentioned kind of a rarity. This guy pitches to contact. Both strikeouts swinging. On 0-1, he'll foul one straight back. That will allow Ortiz to back up at third base. He was playing even with the cut in case of a potential bunt bid for a knock.
And Barrett's got a ton of speed. And he was on that last pitch. He just got under it and fouled it back. And I think against a guy like Teal, who doesn't walk too many batters, he's a guy I'd try to attack early in counts if he can. Because you know he's going to come over the plate with some stuff.
On 1-2, Barrett will take up and away. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he was able to go more than 6 innings in over half of his starts at Oral Roberts. If you limit the free passes, you're putting yourself in a position to get quick outs and stay in control on the mound. On the ground, up the first base line, out ahead. We'll do it again.
And credit to Barrett up there right now. He's putting up a battle. He's fouled off a couple pitches, and he's just waiting to see his. We mentioned earlier, at UCSB, he walked more than he struck out. And he's already struck out today.
Comes inside and gets a piece of Liam Barrett. The second hit by pitch of the day as the back foot slider actually went to the back foot.
And here's another look at it. Broke in, and Barrett not flinching, taking it off the back foot. And he's got a ton of speed. He's a prime candidate to take a base here and maybe push things for Hyannis.
Stole 3 bases in 36 games at UCSB, so he didn't really try it too often, but he didn't get caught stealing once.
He stole a base yesterday against Harwich. He's got a decent lead over there.
JP Head singled his first time up and fouls it off his front foot. With that single, now 3 of his 5 hits on the Cape have left the yard. He's homered in back-to-back games against Orleans on Wednesday and against Harwich last night.
We mentioned how Hyannis leads the Cape in home runs with 10. Their last 7 home runs have been just solo home runs.
The last guy who hit a non-solo home run is the guy at the plate. JP had a 2-out knock over the fence against Wareham on the second game of the season on June 14th.
And they have 4 players on the team that have multiple home runs. Hyannis does.
Runner goes on 0-2. The pitch is a ball to throw on the second. No chance. Liam Barrett swipes second. He's got 2 stolen bases in his first 2 games on the Cape.
And he just adds another wrinkle to this Hyannis attack. This was not a great throw from Dallimore. It's to the shortstop side of the bag. I think a clean throw maybe would have gotten Liam Barrett. But instead, with nobody out, Hyannis looking to cut into this lead.
Hyannis so far hitting .210 on the summer with runners in scoring position, but much better at home. 11 for 41 here at McKeon Park. Compare that to a 6 for 40 on the road. On a 2-2. Head fouls it straight back. We'll do it again.
And JP Head has been doing a good job with runners in scoring position this year. He's 2 for 7, but more than the 2 hits, he's been taking some patient at-bats, and he'll take a walk and move guys up to third if he can. Not possible here, but he's battling.
Just outside. Brady Dallimore certainly wanted the call from Sam Finn, but he's been consistent laying off that outside part of the plate. Might have been down as well. So the count runs full. Got him. Fastball blows it by JP Head. Third strikeout of the day for Easton Teal.
And that fastball doesn't have a lot of velocity on it, but if you're not expecting it, it's tough to hit. Head just recognized the heater too late. He was sitting on the soft stuff.
So that'll bring up Charlie Bates, who was also a strikeout victim in this game back in the first inning. And a painful strike one off the front leg. Hyannis was 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position last night against Harwich. They left 10 on base. And let's not forget the day before in Orleans, just 1 hit with RSP. Of course, it was a big one from Fosberg, but the Harbor Hawks have largely struggled as of late with guys on, and especially guys a left turn away. Hooked up the line, but out ahead.
Hyannis has done a good job of working Easton Teal's pitch count up. He's at 52 right now in just inning number 3.
Charlie Bates is the lone returner to the Harbor Hawks offense this summer. And on 0-2, he takes upstairs. But he told me the other day that he's still really excited to be back on the Cape, and he feels way more comfortable in his own shoes this summer. I think it makes sense because there's so much roster changes last year. It was really hard to gel. But he says that this year's group already feels a lot closer. Down on strikes for the second time tonight.
And similar result here. Slider breaking in. Bates thought it was the heater, got caught out in front, and now Caden Miller needs a big hit to get Barrett home from second.
Miller still yet to register an official at-bat today. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Still no walks for Easton Teal, but he has hit 2 guys. Hyannis has struck out back-to-back times with a guy in scoring position. On a 1-0, Miller swings and pops it foul off to the left and out of play.
Plate umpire Sam Finn just motioned and said, I need 5 baseballs.
You hear him name drop the bat boys? The ball boys? Jack and Mateo.
You better get on it.
Lined and picked on a short hop by Tommy Gooden at first base. Hyannis is done here in the last of the third inning. A guy left in scoring position, heading to the top of the fourth. 2-0 YD on Cape League TV.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
A stay with Del Mar Vacations is more than a getaway. It's a refined Cape Cod experience. From beautifully maintained homes and elevated amenities to personalized service at every step, we deliver a level of care that sets us apart. Our dedicated local team ensures every detail is thoughtfully handled, allowing you to relax and enjoy your time on the Cape. With luxury homes in Barnstable and more than 400 properties across Cape Cod, Del Mar makes finding your perfect retreat effortless.
Welcome back to McKeon Park. It's the fourth inning, sponsored by the team at Goldberg Law Group PC, the Cape's premier personal injury law firm. The Goldberg Law Group has served Cape Cod and the islands for more than 38 years, and we're proud to support local events, organizations, and traditions that make this community so special. As the Cape's leading law firm, Goldberg Law Group believes in helping people, building relationships, and giving back whenever we can. That's why we're honored to sponsor the Hyannis Harbor Hawks and another great night of Cape League baseball. Go Harbor Hawks. Fourth inning just about ready to get underway here from Hyannis, Massachusetts. The YD Red Sox control a 2-0 lead as we enter the middle innings. Alongside Charlie Adams, my name is Quincy Bell. Charlie, these YD Red Sox have yet to let up from the gas all season long. They're 9-1. And they control an early lead here.
This is an important inning for the Harbor Hawks heading into the heart of the order for the second time where the runs were produced back in the second inning.
It's 3, 4, and 5 due up this inning. Avery Ortiz, Tommy Gooden, and Brady Dallimore. Ortiz flew out to left field his first at-bat. He gave it a pretty good ride, but just not enough distance for the home run. But he finds himself ahead 2-0. Olivo fires, and Ortiz takes down and away for a strike. Two 2-1 misses away. Olivo ran into some trouble in that second inning. Tommy Gooden took him deep over 440 feet to straightaway right to start the scoring for YD as Ortiz grounds one just foul down the third base side. And then after Brady Dallimore walked, a balk from Olivo moved him to second, and then Caleb Daniel scored him with a single. Payoff. Misses downstairs, and Ortiz is on with a leadoff walk. But Olivo was able to get out of trouble in that second inning due to a little bit of luck. Ethan Ball popped up to the second baseman, Charlie Bates, who forced a double play on Daniel at first, who was running, and then Olivo got the last out from there. And here's Tommy Gooden. A moonshot in his first at-bat. And he was looking for another one there with that swing. A big wave at the breaking ball from Olivo.
Gooden picking up his third home run on the Cape season. We've seen a lot of long home runs across these past 3 games for the Harbor Hawks.
Pick off over to first. Avery Ortiz back with a head first slide.
Some of those long home runs came from Jordan Lodice yesterday, and the Orleans Firebirds with Bub Terrell.
0-1. Over to first, stabbed by Miller to second for one. Kirk with the relay throw in time. A nice stretch over there by Miller at first, who got back to the base.
Caden Miller had to hustle to get back to the bag. Sometimes you won't see the first baseman be on both sides of the double play, but it was a good thing he was with the stretch he had to make to complete the turn.
Good old 3-6-3 double play. Caden Miller on both ends of that one. And Olivo Now works with nobody on and 2 out. He starts Brady Dallimore with a big breaking ball that drops over the plate for strike one. And now he rips one through the 5-6 hole and into left for a base hit. Brady Dallimore on for the second time today. And Olivo will have to work with some more traffic on the bases.
Dallimore barreled that one up after a walk his first at bat. Breezed right by Lodis at third.
Caleb Daniel had an RBI single in his first at bat, just shot one on the ground right up the middle. He takes way upstairs on pitch number 1 from Olivo. Daniel just finished up his junior year at Georgia Tech, where he hit .298 with 10 home runs. The junior is from Cartersville, Georgia. On the Cape so far, he's 5 for 20 with 1 home run to his name. And that one gets away from Fosberg. Well, it hit Daniel in his back foot. It looked like it got away from Fosberg, but the hit by pitch will put runners on first and second. That's now the third hit by pitch of the game for either side. Easton Teo has hit 2 Harbor Hawks on the mound for YD. And Ethan Ball will step in for a big at-bat here.
That double play from Gooden seemed to change the complexion of the inning, but Olivo right back into a bit of trouble.
Olivo's first pitch. Runs inside and hits Ethan Ball. 2 straight pitches resulting in a hit batsman. And Olivo has loaded the bases with 2 out.
Hasn't worked deep into these at-bats. That was on the first pitch. Second pitch to Daniel on the hit by pitch, and it was a second pitch single for Dallimore on third base. And just as quickly as he's gotten into the jam, he can get out of it. Some trouble here with 2 outs.
Phoenix Call at the plate right now has a chance to crack this game wide open. He grounded out to second base in his first at-bat. First pitch to him, misses downstairs. Phoenix Call, a rising senior at UCLA. He hit .217 this past year for the Bruins in 40 games. He fouls one out of play down the first base side. He's a California native from Porter Ranch, California. He's looking for his first big hit on the Cape. He's just 5 for 27 to start his summer. And just 2 RBIs to his name. But he can add on in a big way here. Fouls one straight down. And Olivo, with all the trouble he's faced in this inning, allowing 4 base runners, he can get out of it with no runs. If he can put across just 1 more pitch. Deep breath from Olivo, and he's into the windup. He misses high with the curveball. We've yet to see a Hyannis starter work more than 4 innings in a game this year, so this might be Olivo's last batter. 1-2 on the way. Fouled away again, and Phoenix Call is making the Iowa Hawkeye work right now. Olivo up to 61 pitches with that last foul ball.
It's been a good fight from Phoenix Call. Tried with the breaker at the top of the zone.
1-2, he misses in the dirt. In 40 games at UCLA, Phoenix Call drew 18 walks. And the count is full. Payoff coming from Olivo as the runners move. Misses outside, and YD up 3-0.
That's an at-bat that Olivo let get away, and a tough run to give up here. Dancing around the zone.
Since the double play, a single and 3 consecutive free passes earn another run for YD. And Lucas Franco can really add on right now as he takes down. We haven't really seen Olivo struggle with command yet this year, but this inning has gotten away from him a little bit.
Good time for Austin Wallace to take a trip out to the mound here after a ball starts off the at-bat to Lucas Franco.
And this really is a big moment in this game. A single or a big hit from Franco can really put YD in control. They've only suffered 1 loss this year, the Red Sox have. It was to Katuitt at home about a week ago, where the Kettleers put up 2 runs in the 9th inning to sort of steal that one. It wasn't like they got completely outplayed. They've been just so hard to put away this year. And Franco takes down and in. There's action in the YD bullpen. A righty and a lefty have been taking some throws down there. 2-0 from Olivo. Finds the zone for strike 1.
Finally dropping in a strike here. The ground ball's been working for Olivo.
On the 2-1, Fosberg had to sprawl to catch that one. He was setting up outside. Olivo missed with the fastball inside. And he's in danger of surrendering his 4th consecutive 3 pass here on 3-1. Appeal over to third. No swing, says Michael Chamar, and YD will push across another run without swinging the bat.
This has been brutal for Olivo, who had the bases empty and nobody on with 2 outs after the double play and just working himself into trouble. We haven't seen this really much from him.
A single, 2 hit batters, and 2 walks as Manolfi cuts at pitch number 1 and flies it to shallow center. Taylor Kirk onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. 2 runs on, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left on base for the Red Sox. We head to the bottom half here on Cape League TV.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Why are you in business? Is it to follow a dream? To carry on a legacy? Whatever your reason, at Cape & Coast Bank, we're as dedicated to your business as you are. Our cash management services help your business prevent fraud, manage payments and deposits, operate efficiently, and maximize earnings. To all the local businesses here in our communities, we say, we're here to business. Learn more at capeandcoastbank.com. Cape & Coast Bank, powering local.
The 4th inning is still brought to you by our friends at Goldberg Law Group. Did you know that Goldberg Law Group PC is the Cape's premier injury law firm? Goldberg Law Group has served Cape and the Islands for more than 38 years, and they're proud to support local events, organizations, and traditions that make this community so special. As the Cape's leading law firm, Goldberg Law Group believes in helping people, building relationships, and giving back whenever they can. That's why they're proud to sponsor the Hyannis Harbor Hawks and another great night of Cape League baseball. New pitcher on the mound for the YD Red Sox is Brady Frederick. He has quite the windup indeed. The Submarine pitcher just finished up his sophomore year at Tennessee. The native of Knoxville, Tennessee, electing to stay in the same town to play his collegiate ball. He's made 3 appearances on the Cape this year, 2 2/3 innings. He's allowed 3 earned runs. But he does have a 4-run cushion to work with here in the bottom of the 4th. Jordan Lodis will lead things off for the Harbor Hawks. 2 home runs, a double, 4 hits yesterday for him. And he takes on the outer half for strike 1.
It's just hard to be comfortable in the box to any pitcher throwing with such a release point, and Frederick has a 10.13 ERA across his 3 appearances.
Lodis behind 0-2 after he fouls that one away. Lodis currently has had an extra base hit in his last 3 games. He's been the hottest Harbor Hawk bat as of late. And he grounds one softly over to third, gloved by Ortiz on the run, and he makes the throw for out number 1.
Soft contact, the name of the game. And Frederick starting off with a quick out.
Henry Zehner will look to get on and start something for the Harbor Hawks. He's 0 for 1 today with a pop out in foul territory. He takes strike 1 from Frederick, who's had some nice location on the outer half to start his appearance out of the pen. Zehner takes in a similar spot, but that one missed outside. One. Swing and a miss. Zehner couldn't quite pick that one up out of the low release point, and he swings through it. Zehner looking to avoid the strikeout. He struck out in 4 consecutive games for the Harbor Hawks. And Frederick just got caught with a pitch clock violation. He took too long to release that one, so now it's 2-2.
Went to step off a little bit too late.
And Zehner takes outside. Now the count is full. Zehner looking to get on. And he fouls one away.
Pitch clock violation can really get in the way of a at-bat that felt like Frederick was in control of.
And you were 1 pitch from putting him away, and then 1 pitch later, it's full. Zehner with a deep fly ball out towards the gap. Manolfi back on it, and he leaps over his shoulder to make the catch. Not easy to track those balls going over your shoulder, but Manolfi does just that for an impressive out number 2.
Might not have been the best route from Manolfi in left field. Started a little more parallel and tracking back, and that's why he had to make the over to shoulder. Still gets the job done.
Tanner Chun will look to extend this 4th inning for Hyannis. The native of Honolulu, Hawaii, will be transferring to Hawaii to play his collegiate ball this upcoming season. 1-0, he takes inside from Brady Frederick. Chun started 53 games this past season for Tulane, where he hit just .210, but had an on-base percentage over .400. He has a patient eye at the plate, and he's ahead 3-0.
Some strong takes here. Dancing around the strike zone and tempting with the release.
That one finds the zone for a strike. Chun has just 2 hits and 23 at-bats on the Cape this summer, but he has drawn a couple of walks to keep the on-base percentage serviceable. And he fouls away the 3-1. Should he reach, Will Fosberg will come to the plate. Fosberg swinging a decent bat as of late. Chun looking to get on for him. Frederick has battled back in the count. And he's looking to put away Chun on 3-2. That one misses just low. The catcher Brady Dallimore tried to bring it back into the zone with the frame, but he just couldn't. And Chun with the 2-out walk gives Hyannis a little bit of life here in the 4th.
Back-to-back full counts for the Harbor Hawks, and this time producing a base runner. Keep the inning alive with 2 outs.
Will Fosberg playing in his 4th game on the Cape this summer. He's 1 for 1 today with a single to right. He's making just his 2nd start. His first start was 6 days ago at Catuit, where he went 0 for 2 at the plate, but he did draw 2 walks. Fosberg is a guy who is very patient at the plate. And he flies one deep out toward left. Manolfi going back on it again. This time he's able to settle under it and make the catch. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on. We head to the 5th here on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Top of the 5th inning here from McKeon Park, and let's compare some stats between the Harbor Hawks and Red Sox. There they are. Comparable averages, but this YD pitching staff has been lights out this year. An ERA under 2.5, and that's part of the reason they have 9 wins to just 1 loss.
That's just downright impressive at this point in the season. Quarter of the way through, 10 games across in our 40-game season. 2.22 ERA. That's dropped from 2.3 entering today's action. Holding the Harbor Hawks scoreless here through 4.
The day is done for Kyle Olivo, and he gives way to Sebastian Littman. The Florida Gulf Coast product has been very solid on the mound this year for Hyannis. 7 innings pitched, and he's only allowed 1 earned run. He has 2 wins on his ledger out of relief as well. His first appearance against Wareham, 8 strikeouts in 4 innings. In his second appearance also against Wareham, he had 3 strikeouts in 3 innings. So he has some strikeout stuff, and he definitely has the ability to keep YD where they're at in terms of run support.
Continuing to work out of the bullpen. Ends the day on Kyle Olivo after 4 innings, allowing 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. 1 home run as well. Got into trouble in the 2nd and 4th, but mixed in 2 1-2-3 innings in the 1st and 3rd.
Olivo was so dominant during his first 2 starts, but this one maybe an outing to forget, as the Red Sox have 2, 3, and 4 due up here in the 5th. Brock Kettleson, Avery Ortiz, and Tommy Gooden set to hit. Kettleson 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And Littman delivers. First pitch swinging, he fouls one away.
Going up against YD this season, it's kind of like you have to be perfect on the mound to really stick in this game. 4-run lead for YD with the way this team's been pitching will be tough for a Harbor Hawks offense.
0-1 to Kettleson. Grounded softly over to first. Caden Miller will go to the underhand flip with Littman covering for the first out.
Not much follow through from Kettleson on that swing. Made contact weakly, and it was an easy ground out to first base.
Here's Avery Ortiz returning to the YD Red Sox after a short stint last season. He's flown out and walked today. The junior out of Oklahoma State awaits the first pitch from Sebastian Littman. Taken away. On the Cape so far, Ortiz has 4 hits and 14 at-bats. He has 4 runs batted in, and he's scored 4 runs himself. He takes upstairs and finds himself in a 2-0 hitters count. This past year at Oklahoma State, Ortiz hit .261. OPS over 800. Slugging just under 500. And he's really in a hitter's count now at 3-0.
Time for a new baseball for Littman. That one not getting the job done.
Oklahoma State this past year went 39-22 before they were eliminated by Alabama in the regional round of the NCAA tournament. 3-0 from Littman, catches the outer edge for a strike. Ortiz is an Oklahoma native. He's from Tulsa. Littman looking to battle back in this count, and he's run it full as Ortiz waves at the heater.
He's battled back with 2 competitive pitches, not just trying to get over the zone and going past Ortiz with that last pitch.
Payoff upcoming. Littman to Avery Ortiz. Popped up a mile high in foul territory. Fosberg will give it a look and put the glove on out number 2.
Fosberg had the easiest play on it. Caden Miller was crashing in hard from first base. Would be a full sprint for him to run it down. Luckily, Fosberg able to lightly jog over and put it away.
2 straight batters retired for Sebastian Littman out of the bullpen, and Tommy Gooden will step in. He had a home run to lead off the 2nd inning, and in the 4th inning he grounded into a double play, but it was a hot shot right to the first baseman, Caden Miller. Another hot shot on the ground, and this time it'll get through into right. A 2-out single for Tommy Gooden. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game.
Hitting it where they ain't, right between first and second base. Miller maybe playing a bit deeper, would have tried to make a play on that ball and have Littman cover first, but was sharply grounded through.
Here's Dallimore. He singled his last time up and came around to score. Littman starts him off inside, but cannot quite catch the zone. The YD Red Sox up 4-0 here in the top half of the 5th. Over to third base, gloved by Lodis. He'll go the long way for the out. And Littman puts up a scoreless frame in inning number 5. We head to the bottom half. Still 4-0 Red Sox here on Cape League TV.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
A stay with Del Mar Vacations is more than a getaway. It's a refined Cape Cod experience. From beautifully maintained homes and elevated amenities to personalized service at every step, we deliver a level of care that sets us apart. Our dedicated local team ensures every detail is thoughtfully handled, allowing you to relax and enjoy your time on the Cape. With luxury homes in Barnstable and more than 400 properties across Cape Cod, Del Mar makes finding your perfect retreat effortless.
Hey Harbor Hawks fans, did you know the Nat Cape Cod is the official Light Up the Park sponsor of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks all season long? Thanks to the NAC, the lights at McKeon Park stay bright all summer. With 2 convenient locations in Orleans and Hyannis, the NAC is the perfect spot for a burger, taco, milkshake, and much more. Visit thenatcapecod.com to learn more or order online. Brady Frederick, the side-arming Tennessee Volunteer, is out for his second inning of work. He just surrendered 1 walk in his first inning. And he'll face 9-1-2 in the Harbor Hawk order. Taylor Kirk, Liam Barrett, and JP Head will hit this inning. If anyone gets on, Charlie Bates will have a chance.
It's a puzzle to figure out on the mound. Some players just more comfortable.
Taylor Kirk will lead things off. He just finished up his sophomore year at Fordham, where he really impressed. He hit .317 with 30 stolen bases. He's your prototypical leadoff guy. He was the leadoff man for Fordham throughout the majority of their season, and he rockets one deep out towards center. Phoenix Call back on it, and he makes the catch. A little unlucky there from Kirk. He gave it a good ride, but just right at the center fielder.
You get a good idea of how you're feeling at the plate when you can connect with one. Some solid contact to build from. Unproductive for the Harbor Hawks.
4-0 the lead for the YD Red Sox. They pushed across 2 runs in the second inning and 2 runs in the 4th inning. Liam Barrett up to the plate for his 3rd at-bat, and he takes upstairs for a strike. Frederick on the mound loves to work up in the zone if he can. It's a very unique arm angle, and that pitch is almost rising when it comes to the plate. Hyannis have only able to put across 2 hits today. Both of those were off of starter Easton Teal, who exited after 3 innings of no-run ball. And Barrett well late on the heater. Brady Frederick making quick work of Hyannis here in inning number 5.
And that's right what you were talking about, going up in the zone with the fastball. And that's just hard to keep track of.
Liam Barrett, the first strikeout victim of Brady Frederick. And now JP Head will work. He singled to start his day in inning number 1, later struck out in the 3rd. And Frederick has really been working on the outer edge to these hitters, no matter if it's been a lefty or a righty. And he is sticking with that spot on JP Head. That time he just missed. But especially with that righty-righty matchup and that awkward release, it just looks like it's running away from these right-handed hitters. That time he couldn't find the bottom of the zone, and Head is as patient as they come at the plate, and he's worked himself into a hitter's count.
And that ran up and bounced, caught an awkward spot for Dallimore behind the plate. gets back comfortable. Sam Finn taking the walk out to deliver the baseball.
3-1, and Head looking to extend this inning for Charlie Bates. And he'll do just that, taking outside for ball 4.
Second baseman from Stanford, number 11.
2 outs, not a bad idea to not give JP Head something to hit. He's been a big home run hitter, of course, for the Harbor Hawks.
He homered yesterday against Harwich, and he homered on Wednesday in Orleans. And here's Bates, a guy that also has multiple home runs to his name. But today, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. We haven't seen him strike out that often on the Cape. He had just 4 strikeouts coming into today's game. He'll watch pitch number 1 go by from Brady Frederick for a strike. JP Head over there on first. Had 11 stolen bases this past year for UAB. He might be trying to put himself in scoring position. He holds off as Bates takes upstairs. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Harbor Hawks. Bates takes just outside, and Frederick continues to pound that area of the zone.
Just dropping it in. Up to 17 strikes.
2-1, Bates attacks it, but he fouled it off his hands, and he's a little frustrated he didn't get more of that baseball. Frederick looking to put up his second scoreless frame. The Tennessee Vol peers in, comes set, and fires. Bates the other way again, just foul. This past year at Tennessee, Brady Frederick made 27 appearances, all out of the bullpen. Had an ERA of just about 4.5. Bates continues to just punch it away and keep the at-bat alive.
With every foul ball, Bates is getting a bit more comfortable with what he's seeing on the mound, seeing it better and better.
JP Head on first, 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Frederick looking to put him away. Bates again fouls it back in the same spot.
Sam Finn asking for more baseballs from the Hyannis ball boys with how this at-bat's gone.
Charlie Bates just keeps putting him into the stands. And he'll see another 2-2. This one runs up and in, and Head off for second. The throw down gets into center field, and Head is moving to third. The throw from the center fielder, Felix Call, not in time. JP Head with 2 bases up to third, and now Bates just needs a single here to punch him home.
JP Head, who hasn't attempted a steal this season, has been on the move today, and YD hasn't really responded too well just yet.
Bates has run the count full. And he takes outside for ball 4. That was quite the battle, quite the at-bat from Charlie Bates. And he's on base now for the 9th consecutive game. All 9 games he's played on the Cape in 2026. He's gotten at least a first with a hit or a walk. And Caden Miller steps in for a big at-bat. Runners on the corners, and 2 out here in the 5th. As Hyannis still looking for their first run against the YD Red Sox.
A full overshift on the lefty Miller, and now Frederick, who seemed to be just placing the pitches where he wanted to start this inning, has back-to-back walks. Falls in behind on Caden Miller as well.
Miller late on that pitch. Recognized it a little too late out of the right arm of Brady Frederick. Miller just finished up his sophomore year at UTSA with the Roadrunners. He hit .369. He's hitting just .156 on the Cape entering today's game, but he does have home run pop. He homered on opening day against Brewster. And he homered on the 21st against Chatham. Looking to cut into a YD lead. He fouls one away. Frederick has yet to allow a hit in his relief appearance, but 2 walks have put him in danger here in the 5th. Looking to keep that 0 in the run column for the Harbor Hawks. He hits Miller in the back, and the bases are now loaded for the red-hot Jordan Lodice.
For how hard it is to score against Yarmouth Dennis. Bases loaded and one of your hottest hitters at the plate. It's only 1 swing away from a tied game.
After 2 quick outs here in this 5th inning, J.P. Head drew a long at-bat and earned a walk. Same thing for Charlie Bates, and after the hit by pitch from Caden Miller, the YD coaching staff will take a visit to the mound and talk to Brady Frederick. Pitching coach Eric Beatty out there for a conversation with the entire infield. Lodice coming up to the plate. Had the monster day yesterday. 2 home runs, a double, and a single. In the 2 games before that against Chatham and Orleans, he had doubles in both of those as well. 3 straight games with an extra base hit, and no better time to extend that streak than right now with the bases loaded. Frederick delivers. Lodice takes the first pitch outside. And with the 3 consecutive free passes induced from Brady Frederick, are you adopting a patient approach at the plate if you're Lodice? He's swinging away, and he just hooks it foul down the third base line. Lodice loves that third base line. He's had multiple doubles this summer by just hooking the ball barely fair into the corner. 1-1. Frederick back into the windup. He misses well outside to Lodice.
Obvious momentum here on this pitch and this at-bat for Lodice, but down 2-1, Frederick.
Inside to Lodice. Frederick wants to know where that pitch missed. The appeal down to first, no swing from the first base umpire, Mickey Hoppert. And Lodice 1 pitch away from getting Hyannis on the board.
And it's hard to not get too excited here. You could get the pitch you're looking for, but don't bail him out.
Here's the 3-1. That one called a strike. Frederick just able to locate on the outer edge, and now all 3 base runners will have a head start. Full count, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Hyannis looking to cut into this lead. Pickoff over to first. Caden Miller is caught. Brady Frederick with the pickoff to end the inning. And the wind completely sucked out of every fan here at McKeon Park. After 5, it's still 4-0 Red Sox. And Mitch Carricker is asking the umpires for an explanation here.
And get the full umpiring crew here together. And Mickey Hopper on his horse to reach. He's the one who had the call over at first base.
I think the conversation is whether or not Frederick stepped off because it looked like he was putting his hands together to come set, and then while he was putting his hands together, he stepped off and fired to first. The conversation going on right now is whether or not it was a balk from Brady Frederick. He went to the quick move over to first and clearly caught Caden Miller well off the bag. I mean, he was out by a pretty large margin at first base.
It's a tough risk.
And Mitch Carricker will get an explanation now. Someone along the third base side, either a fan or a coach, said that's a balk all day. It's sort of a gray area. Mitch Carricker trying to figure out the reasoning as to why this inning is over.
With how this conversation's going, I don't expect much to change. Lodi's still taking his warm-up hacks in case this continues.
And Caden Miller is still at first base. Everyone else is off. All of the YD Red Sox have left the field. And it looks like the inning's over. 6th inning coming up next on Cape League TV.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes have like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing. And I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails of doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting. So I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Top of the 6th inning here from McKeon Park. Netting Pro Stadionic is the official netting and facilities solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. Well, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks had quite the opportunity to get back in this game in the bottom of the 5th. They loaded the bases with 2 outs, but Caden Miller picked off after a quick move from Brady Frederick. Ended the inning before Jordan Lodis could even swing the bat. And the momentum is now fully shifted in favor of the YD Red Sox after Hyannis really thought they had something going there.
Lodis was ready for the biggest pitch of the game. A full count coming, and it never even had to be thrown from Frederick, who was starting to lose his stuff a bit, with back-to-back walks followed by a hit by pitch to load the bases.
Caleb Daniel will lead things off for Yarmouth Dennis. 6, 7, and 8 due up as Sebastian Littman starts his 2nd inning of relief. Fastball taken just inside for ball 1. There's the look at Daniel. A single and a hit by pitch today. Littman looking to keep YD at 4 runs. And he finds a strike. One the count. And Littman waiting to deliver. Misses down and in.
Caleb Daniel had 2 multi-home run games this past season. Picked up a home run already on the Cape.
Littman's 2-1. Chopped back over to short. Taylor Kirk with the throw on the run. He just barely beats the speedy Daniel for the first out.
Kirk fielded that and brought it up in before throwing it across a little longer than he might have hoped, but still getting the put out.
Ethan Ball will step in. 0 for 1 today with a hit by pitch. Ball, a native of McLean, Virginia, playing his collegiate ball locally at Virginia Tech, where this past year he hit .310 for the Hokies. He takes a big overhand breaking ball from Littman, and it's called a strike. A 1. Taken high.
Already so far, this has been another game like yesterday against Harwich, where the Harbor Hawks have made mistakes, but they've made them in crucial points.
Sebastian Littman made 21 appearances this past year at Florida Gulf Coast, all but 3 of them coming out of relief. In 40 innings, he only gave up 15 earned runs. That's good for an ERA of 3.38. So far on the Cape, he has an ERA of 1.29 after just 1 run allowed in 7 innings. And after a scoreless 5th, he's looking for a scoreless 6th. Big pause, and now the 2-1. Just outside. Littman has a lot of heat on that fastball. And for the most part at FGCU, he kept the walks to a minimum. Just 28 free passes in 40 innings. Big swing and a miss from Ethan Ball. And now the count's full.
Littman seems to have been favoring the inner part of the plate this at bat against the lefty.
(3-2) Littman looking to battle back for the K. Over to third, diving stop by Lodice. Throw across, gets away, and out of play. Into the YD dugout. Heck of an effort from Lodice. Full extension, but the throw not able to be scooped out by Caden Miller. Now I'd imagine that's a single and then an error on the throw, which moves Ball up to second. But we'll see how they score it.
Would have been bang bang at the first base bag with a good pick from Caden Miller.
YD made an error last half inning. After JP Head stole second, the throw skipped into center, which moved him up to third. And it looks like they will call it a throwing error, Bon Lodice. But they do call it a single on Ball, so he has his first hit of the day. And then an advancement on the air by Lodice. Heck of a stop, but he just couldn't quite locate the throw while he was pressed for time. Big swing and a miss from Phoenix Call. 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for YD. No runs on 2 hits, 1 error for the Harbor Hawks. Sebastian Littman's 1-1. Flown in the air, foul territory, first base side. Chasing is Miller, and he has it with just enough room in front of the dugout.
Some rangy foul outs today on both sides. Miller makes good on the chase down to the warning track.
Lucas Franco in, trying to push across that runner on second. takes inside. The count now on Franco. Franco, the junior out of Katy, Texas, finds himself ahead in the count, 3-0. And Littman asks for a new baseball.
He's been doing that once he's getting behind on a hitter. Starts losing it on the seam. Get a fresh ball in.
He's been able to battle back in counts so far during his summer on the Cape. And he'll take a look at second, where Ethan Ball is back standing.
You can feel it on the mound when you have a baseball that you're really working with and getting good spin off the seams, getting the rotation you're looking for.
Littman does have a base open, and on the 3-0, he'll use it. Franco walks, and the lineup will flip to the top for Ty Manifold.
First walk here for Littman out of the bullpen.
Manolfi over 3 today, but looking to change that with a couple runners on. Littman's first pitch to him finds the zone for a strike. Manolfi playing left field today for the YD Red Sox. He's primarily a second baseman at Boston College, but he can play the outfield. He's a native of Staten Island over there in New York City. During this past collegiate season at Boston College, he hit .323, 75 hits in 60 games. And he waves at the changeup from Littman. An ugly swing there, and you got to feel confident as a pitcher after a swing like that.
Back in the strike zone after the 4-pitch walk, and now 1 pitch away from picking up his first strikeout of the outing and getting out of this inning.
1-2. Manolfi takes for a ball, and Littman sure thought it was strike 3.
It looked pretty. Dropped in, and that was a confident strut off the mound and a bit of a freeze from Littman on his way back into the box or back into the rubber.
Instead, he'll do it again on 2-2. This time he gets the call, and Littman fired up as he walks his way to the dugout. Still 4-0 Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on Cape League TV.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you are active duty, military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. Brady Frederick's day of relief is over. After 2 innings, he walked 3 batters and only struck out 1. But thanks to a pickoff to end the 5th inning, with the bases loaded, he did not surrender any runs. The new pitcher on the mound for the YD Red Sox will be Rhett Vaughn. He just finished up his redshirt freshman season at Florida State, where he only made 5 appearances through 4 2/3 innings. But so far on the Cape, he's made 2 appearances, thrown 4 innings, and he's yet to allow a run.
Bit of a breath of fresh air, seeing an over-the-top release after Frederick delivered from his submarine release. Across 2 innings with no hits and 3 walks, all in that final inning with 1 strikeout.
The submariner, Brady Frederick, did not surrender a hit to the Harbor Hawks in his 2 innings of work. And Jordan Lodise will step in. He was at bat with the bases loaded in the 5th inning, but did not see a result as Frederick was able to pick off Caden Miller at first base. And still, Hyannis looking for their first run of the ball game.
Feel a bit weird if Lodise went yard here and you'd think you lost out on a tie game.
Well, here's the first pitch, and Lodise was looking for it there. That was a big swing and a miss. Well, Hyannis has really struggled to hit with runners on. Lodise had the big day yesterday with 2 home runs, but they were both solo shots. And despite Hyannis leading the Cape League in home runs with 10, 8 of them have been solo shots. No grand slams yet for the Harbor Hawks, as Lodise powers one into left field for a base hit. He continues his hot day, or hot week, I should say. He's now rocking a 4-game hit streak.
Of course, anything could have happened in that full count pitch last frame, but you're looking at multiple RBIs. That pickoff isn't successful against Caden Miller.
Yeah. You're also looking at a completely new pitcher on the mound in Rhett Vaughn. You know, hindsight always 20/20. Vaughn is a guy who did not play much his freshman year at Florida State, so his time on the Cape is crucial to just continue his development as a pitcher. And another balk called. Rhett Vaughn allows Jordan Lodise to get up to second. That's the second balk that has been called today by this umpiring crew of Sam Finn, Mickey Hoppert, and Michael Chamar. They called Kyle Olivo for a balk in the 2nd inning.
Some have a closer eye on it than others, but right there, Vaughn looked like he was ready to get going and stopped a little too much, got called for it.
1-1 Zener gives this one a ride deep down the line and right. If it's fair, it's gone. It's foul and flipping over the fence, Brock Kettleson. That's a tall wall over there, and he flipped clean over it.
I don't think he had a play on that ball. What?
The whole YD Red Sox dugout is out there to look at him, and he looks to be okay. He hit that wall hard and completely flipped upside down. Does he have the catch? His teammates are saying that he has it. I'm not quite sure if he held on to that or if he even got a glove on it. Hopefully we can get another look at that. I mean, he hit that wall at top speed. Here it is.
Well, he was definitely tracking the ball. I don't think he brought it in, but wow.
He tore off part of the top of the fence as well. That big blue piece of plastic went over with him. It would have been quite the catch if he brought it back. I mean, that wall is up to his neck. It's not like that little wall in Fenway where you can easily just fall over it. It almost looked like he was looking to go over there. Nonetheless, 1-2 the count on Zener, and he takes upstairs.
I think this maniac was on the ground with a big smile on his face after that.
That is wild stuff. That might be the most fearless outfield play I think I've ever seen. 2-2 Zener pops it in the air, out of play behind home plate.
Can you get on SportsCenter top 10 without catching the ball?
I don't know.
There might be a different list for someone like that.
Just top 10 effort plays of the day. That's got to be up there.
That's a guy you want on your team.
He's going to sell out, and that's what you like to see from your ball players. Zener fouls one straight back. Dallimore cannot quite put a glove on it. And Zener, on that foul ball, missed a home run by a couple of feet if he was able to hook that one fair. He's still looking for home run number 1 on the Cape. This past year at South Carolina Upstate, he hit 8 home runs.
The padding is still over the fence. Some intern is going to have to make that trip out.
And 2-2. Zener takes inside. It's not even padding. It's just a blue piece of plastic that tells you where the top of the fence is, because the fence is clear. And Kettleson took it over the wall with him. Payoff upcoming to Zener. This one might stay fair. Deep out to right. Kettleson onto the wall again, but he cannot bring this one back. A 2-run shot for Henry Zener puts the Harbor Hawks on the board.
He's sprinting around those bags as it was going to take Kettleson to climb that wall and start running quick.
He was almost standing on top of the fence, but Henry Zener puts that one well into the trees. His first home run on the Cape cuts the deficit in half. I still can't get over that. That's crazy. Nonetheless, a big blast for Hyannis. That's their 11th home run on the year as Chun pops one up on the infield. Easily put away by Tommy Gooden. And luckily for Hyannis, they break the solo home run streak. It was 7 straight solo shots from Hyannis. That one from Zener, 2-run shot.
Zener was seeing it well, obviously, with that foul ball. Vaughn gave him a second chance. He didn't miss it.
So now, after all the craziness, things have sort of settled down. Or maybe not, as plate umpire Sam Finn is out talking to Brett Vaughn. And he's got another issue with the pitch count. I've always been a fan of the good old-fashioned catcher putting the fingers down to call the pitch, but we're well into the digital age. And it looks like YD will have a meeting with pitcher Rhett Vaughn.
Goes from a pitch comm issue to a trip to the bullpen.
The day is done for Rhett Vaughn after he earns just 1 out. We'll tell you about the new YD pitcher when we come back on Cape League TV.
From Boston to the Cape, leave the stress behind and travel in luxury, comfort, and style. Sit back, relax, and take in the views Cape Cod has to offer. Every detail handled from pickup to destination. Tired of the drive to the city? Leave the driving to us. Scan now and start planning your next getaway. Bella Luxury Transportation. Leave the driving to us.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
New pitcher on the mound for the YD Red Sox. It's the left-hander Andrew Wright. He just finished up his junior year at Cal State Fullerton. And on the Cape, he has made 2 appearances. 4 1/3 innings for him. And he's yet to allow a run.
A whip sitting at .69. And the 7 strikeouts to no walks for Wright. Going to the left side for YD.
He has 2 lefties awaiting him. Wolf Fosberg, then the righty Taylor Kirk. And then a lefty in Liam Barrett. The Harbor Hawks have cut into the deficit here. What was once a 4-0 game is now a 4-2 game, thanks to a 2-run shot from Henry Zehner. And Wolf Fosberg will step in and look to find some more success for the Harbor Hawks here in this 6th inning.
Vaughn faced a 3-batter minimum. 2 hits, 2 runs on the homer from Zehner and finished off with the foul out against Tanner Chun.
Fosberg swinging on the first pitch, slowly on the infield. Tough play for Ethan Ball. Fosberg cannot quite beat it out.
Another bang play. Not a pickoff this time, just a grounder, a high chop.
So now nobody on and 2 out for Taylor Kirk.
Hopper was right there on the call as the first base umpire. He's been busy. Some of these close calls right at the first base bag.
Kirk takes a called strike. Hyannis has left some runners on base today. They've left 8 on the bases so far through 5 innings. Kirk takes strike 2. Kirk was the leadoff man for a while to start the summer for the Harbor Hawks. Later got sent down in the order after a hitting slump. He was gone for a couple of days. He's transferring away from Fordham, looking to find a new home. 1-2. Kirk hotly on the ground to short, fielded by Lucas Franco. The pick not made at first by Tommy Gooden, and the inning will continue for the Harbor Hawks.
Something goes the Harbor Hawks' way at the first base bag. Putting the ball in play, and tough pick for Gooden to make.
So Liam Barrett will step in as the tying run. The YD Red Sox put across 2 runs in the 2nd inning and 2 runs in the 4th inning. Hyannis was really threatening in the 5th inning before Caden Miller got picked off with the bases loaded. But they have gotten on the board here in the 6th inning thanks to a 2-run home run from Henry Zehner. On the pitching side, Sebastian Littman has looked strong out of the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks. They just need the bats to get going and tie this game up. Barrett, big swing and a miss on 0-1.
Liam Barrett going lefty-lefty in 2026 with UC Santa Barbara. Just 40 plate appearances against lefties, but a .393 batting average. Had 124 plate appearances against righties with a .296 batting average.
Inverse splits for the UC Santa Barbara Gaucho. A check on first. Taylor Kirk is back. The throwing error from Lucas Franco The second error of the game for the YD Red Sox. Another pick to first. Kirk with a long step back to the bag. He gets in safely. A home run from Barrett would tie the game. He only hit 3 home runs at UC Santa Barbara. Another pick off to first. Taylor Kirk will get back in. This is a spot where Taylor Kirk might be looking to steal. He had 30 stolen bases this past year at Fordham, and if he takes second, Barrett would just need a single to bring him home. 0-2 on the way. Barrett fouls it away.
Protecting the plate here.
He's putting up a fight despite being down 0-2. Andrew Wright, the lefty, out of Cal State Fullerton, looking to get out of the frame. And he just misses outside to Liam Barrett. This past year at Cal State Fullerton, he had a 3.82 ERA in 24 appearances. Kirk with a healthy lead at first, and they'll check on him again. Back in with the head first dive. Barrett looking to stay alive at the plate. There goes Kirk. And that one got a piece of Liam Barrett. It's the second time he's been hit by a pitch today. And now J.P. Head will step in as the go-ahead run, but the focus now on Liam Barrett.
Shaking off his left arm. Caught him up and in.
The left fielder from UAB, number 28, J.P. Head. Left field, Head, number 28.
J.P. Head 1 for 2 today with a walk as well as a single. He's homered in back-to-back games for the Harbor Hawks. If he keeps up that trend in this at-bat, Hyannis would take the lead. First pitch from Andrew Wright. Gets away. Kirk up to third. He takes a turn there, but he'll stay 90 feet away. And now, with the speed on the bases, Kirk and Barrett, Head just needs a single to tie this game.
It's out there for the Harbor Hawks. The 4-run lead for YD seemed at sometimes insurmountable.
1-0. Head with a deep drive, left field, going back, and Ty Manolfi can't find the ball. It drops in front of him, and this game is tied. It'll be ruled a 2-run single, but Manolfi lost that one in the sky.
Bad time for a bad mistake from Yarmouth Dennis. And a big inning here for the Harbor Hawks to tie it up.
And here's Bates. Four runs home in the inning for the Harbor Hawks. Bates takes strike one. And after Hyannis left the bases loaded in the fifth with a pickoff, that's a moot point now. This game is brand new as Bates takes strike two.
Momentum definitely with the Harbor Hawks. They're getting loud in that dugout.
They came back from down 3 runs in Orleans 2 days ago. Bates with a swing and a miss, but they've come back from down 4 in this one. Can they take the win in the later third? Find out next on Cape League TV.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Why are you in business? Is it to follow a dream? To carry on a legacy? Whatever your reason, at Cape Coast Bank, we're as dedicated to your business as you are. Our cash management services help your business prevent fraud, manage payments and deposits, operate efficiently, and maximize earnings. To all the local businesses here in our communities, we say, we're here to business. Learn more at capeandcoastbank.com. Cape and Coast Bank, powering local.
Welcome back to Cape League TV. Top 7 presented by Milton Cat. Proud to power the Cape all summer long. And a lot more on the line for the Harbor Hawks as Sebastian Lippman back on the mound here for top 7. Turning to the bump with a tied game. And he could be in line if the Harbor Hawks offense continues for a third W in as many appearances. So Sebastian Lippman got the win on the 14th, the win on the 19th. And with the way the Harbor Hawks offense has got going, could be back in line once again. 4-run frame to tie things up. As it's 2-3-4 due up for the YD Red Sox with Brock Kettleson. Up to the plate 0 for 3. First pitch from Lippman. Catches the plate for strike 1.
And these are the really indicative innings of how the rest of this game's going to go. YD's played very clean baseball all season long, but now it finally gets a little bit sloppy. Hyannis has a chance here to retake some of that prowess and maintain this tie, take a lead.
Ball punched over to Lodis at third across the diamond in time for the first out.
He might have actually been a little bit in front of that, and now you're thinking how, because that was hit the other way. That was off the end of the bat, so his barrel was already rotated all the way around, and those ones could be a bit tough just because they take a little bit of a weird spin sometimes, and that time it was no problem for Lodis with a quick out.
Avery Ortiz up to the plate. Here in the top of the 7th. Lippman delivers upstairs. 1-0 here. Ortiz 0 for 2 with a walk. In there for a strike. Evens up 1-1.
Lippman now 37 pitches deep. You got to imagine Mitch Carricker wants him to still get some more out of this long relief stint, considering the 8 games and 8-day schedule the Harbor Hawks are amidst.
As long as Lippman's finding the zone here, he's behind 2-1. Issued his first walk in the 6th inning here.
There's nobody actively warming up for the Harbor Hawks. There is some stretching, but nobody actually throwing yet.
2-1, in for a strike again to get back even, 2-2. The Harbor Hawks bullpen has always had a bit of stretching or sometimes just fooling around with one of those
PVC pipes.
PVC pipes, yeah. Bit Trevor Bauer-ish. 2-2 pitch. Pushed out to shallow right field where Charlie Bates has it for the second out.
Well, with any ball in the air, it's kind of that twilight time of night, as we just saw. I mean, Timon Alfie got the short end of that stick. Hold your breath. But Bates able to see it all the way. Be huge for the Harbor Hawks to put up a 1-2-3 donut. Get back in the dugout where the bat's starting to heat up a little bit. And take down these Red Sox, who've only lost 1 game. They haven't lost a game on the road this season.
Yesterday, Liam Barrett had some trouble with the lights, but it was a pop-up where Henry Zener had plenty of time to get over and make the catch. That's Gooden into the box for the 4th time, takes strike 1. 2 for 3, homer, a single, and grounded into a double play in the 4th inning, which ended up being a productive inning for YD. And here, he'll barrel it to right center field. On a bounce, it will reach the fence as rounding first, heading for second with a feet first slide. Gooden's in safely.
Well, he got a breaking ball belt buckle high, and he's able to get extended. Hyannis is lucky he didn't get some more launch on this baseball, else he might have had his 2nd homer of the night. Top spin on it, so off to the races in the gap in right center field. It's with 2 outs, so still a chance for Lippman to go right after the guy at the plate and Brady Dallimore.
Dallimore's job now to drive in his man on second base, Tommy Gooden. Pitch inside to start off Dallimore. One-0, runner on second. Lippman launching, and again a bit acrobatic from Fosberg. Keep that from going to the backstop.
He had to get up and out of the hinges right there. I mean, a wild pitch changes the game. Of course, there are 2 outs in the inning, but while there is a runner in scoring position in Gooden, you don't necessarily score on every single. If you're on third base, you're always scoring.
Trying to work back in this at-bat. 2-0 again, bounced in, and Fosberg keeps it close. Gooden dives back to second base, thinking about going to third.
Fosberg's done a really nice job behind the plate this season in limited time. Came in only having caught 10 in the 3rd innings, but as he went out to get the ball back to Lippman, he kind of coached him, say, hey, let's go, you got this. And you got to love that support from a guy that is a new batter meet with this guy. It's one of the themes of the Cape League summer. These guys are working with each other for the first time.
4-pitch walk to the open first base bag from Lippman as the Harbor Hawks bullpen just getting going. And with that, Mitch Carricker is out of the dugout. They're just tossing.
Looks like Braden Sharp.
With the bullpen just getting going, you'd think
this is time.
Can't really see Carricker taking the ball at this point. He will return to the dugout with Lippman still going on the mound. Big at bat now for Caleb Daniel in our brand new tied ball game. The DH up to the plate, 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. He came around to score after being hit in the 4th. Called strike to start it off after a 4-pitch walk.
And it is Braden Sharp warming down in the bullpen. He's actually the only southpaw listed available in relief today for Mitch Carricker. And this Whitey lineup's got 6 lefties.
Lippman can't jump ahead. Counts even at 1-1. One. Fouled off behind the backstop. Lippman 1 pitch away here as Daniel taking a trip around the batter's box. Runners on first and second and 2 away.
This is where YD has been spectacular in late and close situations. They're leading the Cape League by a wide margin in average and OPS. This is late and this is close.
The 1-2 from Lippman. A half offer at it. The appeal, he did not swing. Great pitch delivered there. Nearly got the offer from Daniel. But the at-bat continues. A 2-2. 2 away, 2 on the pitch. Dropped in, a called strike 3, and Lippman strands 2. We're still tied here. Heading to stretch time here at McKeon Park, but we'll stick here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network to send it to the sideline where Sam Guarini is standing by.
One storyline that's been developing this summer has been the versatility of Kyle Olivo. He's been strong on the mound and has also been making positive impacts at the plate. Coming into tonight, Olivo has pitched 10 innings and currently now has 10 strikeouts under his belt. But what is truly unique about Olivo is his offense. Now, he's currently been hitting a .625 and just 2 games ago went 4 for 4 with a home run. He's very versatile and honestly contributes to the team in more ways than just one. Thank you so much, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Sam. Stretch time wrapping up here. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, the Harbor Hawks offense, after 4 runs, now with a chance to take the lead, boosted by a 0 from Sebastian Lippman, stranding 2.
And Hyannis maintains the momentum in this game as it looks like YD's got a new pitcher on the mound. Or no, same pitcher, excuse me, Andrew Wright. But for the Harbor Hawks, they tie it up in the 6th inning, able to throw up the 0. Did get a little bit hairy in there. They got to use this positive juju here for the later half.
The Harbor Hawks entered the 6th inning with 2 hits. They exited with 5. They had 3 hits in the inning across their 4 runs, boosted by the error from the shortstop, Lucas Franco. The only man to not come up in the 6th inning, Caden Miller, up to the plate here. Going lefty-lefty and showing bunt. Overshift to the right side of the infield. A lot of room down the 3rd baseline.
Corners are completely playing even with the cut here. He drops this one down. It would be better up the first base side with the lefty falling off down the 3rd base line.
Swinging away at the 2nd pitch of the inning to even the count at 1-1.
I mean, he was well tardy on that pitch. I'm sure Andrew Wright's got to have that in his back pocket in memory.
Count goes 2-1. Miller ahead 2-1. Was hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. Before, of course, being picked off with the bases loaded. A swing and a miss here. Two-two pitch. Fouled off at the plate. And keep dancing, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Wright picks up the strikeout, same way he ended the 6th inning to start off the 7th.
Goes to the outer part of the plate right here, and that's one of the difficult parts of being in a left-on-left same-sided matchup. He starts at a strike, it ends probably still in the zone, but because it's the same side, it's really hard to stay connected and not pull off the baseball. And we saw him pull off right there for the out.
Jordan Lodis up to the plate. Singled to open up the 6th inning. Sparking the 4-run frame to tie us up here. To strike 1, it's 0-1. 1 below the zone.
That changeup, really good. Started it down the middle, and that's a big league take right there from Lodis. Of course, you can take a lead with one swing, but to have the mindset that you're going to have to lay off on those types of pitches, it's selfless.
Called strike here. Rights ahead, 1-2. The 1-2, chopped up the middle. Tough play for the shortstop, Franco. Never gets the throw off, and Lodis is on base. Let's take a look at the scores across the Cape presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. As Orleans falls to Cotuit in 8 innings, Cotuit picks up the 3-2 win. Brewster up on Bourne 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Falmouth leading Wareham 2-1, and Harwich leading 3-0 over Chatham in the middle of the 5th inning. Falmouth and Wareham, 2 West teams going at it, and Bourne trailing here today. First pitch strike across to Henry Ziener. A swing and a miss. Ziener behind 0-2. Lodis officially ruled a single on his grounder. Legging it out on the infield. Would have been a tough play with the chopper up the middle. Delivered to the plate. No swing from Ziener. Count goes 1-2. Lodis with a step back to the first base bag on that delivery. We've seen the pickoff move a few times from right. And we see it for real here. The pickoff to first. Dive back from Lodis.
Not too convincing of a pickoff right there. He was already kind of leading, but
not much of a lead for Lodis either.
You figure it's more about resetting the pitch clock at that point.
Look, the delivery home. Inside, it's 2-2. Two count, Lodis off first base. All tied up in the bottom of the 7th, and the count runs full.
Wouldn't be surprised, even though there aren't 2 outs, if they put him in motion for a potential opportunity to stay out of the double play, just trusting that Ziener won't go down on strikes.
Runner on the move, and it's strike 3. No throw down. As Ziener caught looking. Lodis swipes second.
That was actually a delayed steal from Lodis over there at first base, and it makes sense with the lefty in the box. Naturally, Ziener's body shields the eyes of Brady Dallimore, so we honestly didn't even see him go, and he was trying to hold it out for the frame. It's a very heads-up, high IQ baseball play by Lodis to understand it with the lefty.
Third strikeout for Andrew Wright as Tanner Chun steps in and takes ball 1. Bullpen up and moving. Still for Hyannis. 1-1 count on the called strike to Chun. It is a runner in scoring position with Lodis at second base. A foul ball heading out of play. Kettleson still might think it's playable in right field.
A+ for effort.
Let's check on that. Pad on top of the fence. It's
Yeah,
still in the
kick came
forest.
off.
Still in the forest.
I don't think that one's going back until at least after the game.
1-2 swung on and missed. striking out the side right, puts up a 0 in the bottom of the 7th, and we're still tied here on Cape League TV.
A stay with Del Mar Vacations is more than a getaway. It's a refined Cape Cod experience. From beautifully maintained homes and elevated amenities to personalized service at every step, we deliver a level of care that sets us apart. Our dedicated local team ensures every detail is thoughtfully handled, allowing you to relax and enjoy your time on the Cape. With luxury homes in Barnstable and more than 400 properties across Cape Cod, Del Mar makes finding your perfect retreat effortless.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Welcome back. We'll take a quick look at the upcoming schedule ahead of meeting the new pitcher on the mound for the Harbor Hawks. As Hyannis still close in this one on a 4-4 tie. We'll take a look. Braden Sharp in on the mound with 4 innings on the season and a 6.75 ERA across 2 appearances. 3 innings the first time out on the 15th. 1 inning last time. He's allowed runs in both appearances so far.
Yeah, Braden Sharp, a 4.5 ERA over the first 2 appearances, but the thing is, the strikeouts remained high in that first outing. 3 innings relieved, 5 punch-outs, but last time out, only through the 1 inning against Chatham. The walks did creep up on him a bit, so that's important, and especially like a game like this, there is no room for error. Free passes cannot happen against a team like YD, who's taken advantage of that stuff all season long.
Now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. We know it's a gauntlet with not much rest. And this is the last time you'll see this graphic without a rest day in it, as the Harbor Hawks on the road at Chatham tomorrow before a 3-game home stretch, taking on Orleans, Falmouth, and Cotuit. And then they're at Bourne on July 1st, off day where it's Fenway Day in the Cape Cod Baseball League. And then we're getting into 4th of July action against Yarmouth Dennis. Back-to-back games on July 3rd and July 4th. July 3rd, we're heading to Red Wilson Field for a road game. And back home on July 4th for a special 5 p.m. start time.
That'll be a fun one, won't it? I remember last year's 4th of July bonanza between Hyannis and YD. I believe it was a 2-1 YD win at Red Wilson Field, but it was one heck of a baseball game. Great pitching, high leverage moments. You really can't ask for more.
And a drone show due up that you can watch from McKeon Park. And strike in for Braden Sharp. Goes the book on Lippman after 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Sharp outside here, it's 1-1. The 1-1 on the lefty-lefty matchup, and a swing and a miss. Ball the first lefty due up in the inning. Lucas Franco also will come up to the plate, and when the lineup flips over, if it has to this inning, there's 2 more right at the top. One-two and a sorted swing. Gobbled up in the dirt, thrown across to first base to complete the strikeout. And a strong start as the Harbor Hawks finally get that lefty-lefty matchup on the mound.
I'll tell you, there's not more frustrating things in baseball than making your trip down to first base after swinging at one in the dirt. It's just such a good-looking pitch, and then boom, off the face of the earth. Hitting is so difficult, especially in a same-sided matchup like this. You really can't fault Ethan Ball for fishing after it.
Phoenix call from the right side. Takes ball 1. (1-0) with 1 away. Bunt shown by Call. Lodis had a long way to come playing on the infield dirt. After the bunt scare, he'll still retreat back behind the third base bag. And Corner's not too worried about the bunt as another show and call. Drops to his knees, never really pulled it back, and now we'll get the appeal to first base. He did not go.
I think he kind of just stumbled forward. Like he lost his balance after taking it.
So, a 3-0 count. And finally a strike again after the leadoff batter goes down swinging. Sharp having to work back into this at-bat against Phoenix Call. A 3-1. Couldn't find the corner, and it's a 5-pitch walk with one away. Pinch hitter coming in, as this is why you bring in these lefty arms, and now you'll see some substitutions from Scott Pickler and Yarmouth Dennis.
Yeah, it's USC Trojan Kevin Takayuchi, and this guy crushes left-handed pitching. So perhaps a bit of a matchup thing for Scott Pickler.
Takayuchi up with runner on first. Takes the first pitch outside. First at bat today, batting 167 with 2 RBIs. Pickoff move from Braden Sharp sends Phoenix Call back to first base.
It's now the 7th walk of the day for Hyannis. I mean, you got to credit the Harbor Hawks for being in a tie game against YD, having given 7 walks, but they're playing with fire.
No count here against Takauchi. Sharp, the lefty, still looking the runner back at first as pitch delivered. Slicing to right field on his way back. Barrett has a beat on it. Second out of the inning. Takauchi can't come through off the bench. So Pickler avoids one lefty-lefty matchup, but right back to it with Ty Manolfi at the top of the order. 5th at bat today for Manolfi. He's 0 for 4. Pickoff move to first base, and Miller runs off the bag to grab it. Back in standing, Phoenix Call. Wolfie's average down to 158. 0 for 4 with a line out to short, ground out to short, pop out to short, and a strikeout looking. Another pickoff. This one has a little on it, and still Call back in safely. That's about the best you'll see out of Braden Sharp from his pickoff moves.
What's going on today with the pickoffs? We've seen some pretty crazy high leverage pickoffs. Of course, the bases loaded pickoff at first base. This one, just a fired bolt over there. Still a really nice move.
Finally to the plate with strike one on the outer part of the dish. It's 0-1. Another pickoff, and another time Hyannis think they might have him. Call diving back in, just barely. Manolfi in the college season with Boston College hit .335 against righties, .283 against lefties. Here it's a light grounder, but has some life to the deep hole for Taylor Kirk, and he'll knock it down and not do much more. Runners on first and second with 2 away. Look at him shift it over just near the second base bag.
That's a tough play. He probably wasn't going to have anything regardless over at first. At least good for him to keep it on the infield. If that trickled into the outfield, that would have allowed an extra base to get up runners at the corners.
Brock Kettleson up to the plate. Takes strike one. Sharp's been attacking early in counts as both runners on the move. Fosberg throws to third base, and he's in safely. The double steal successful here for YD.
Whitey came into this game having stolen 15 bases, so more middle of the pack. Definitely nothing like the 39 entering last night's game that Harwich had. But now a single could score two. Probably will with 2 outs. Crack of the bat, there's motion.
Kettleson, there's that crack of the bat to the left center gap. It's down and rolling. Chun has it. He'll throw it back to the infield, but 2 are across, and Kettleson standing on second base with a 2 RBI go-ahead double.
This, folks, is why the Armour Dennis Red Sox are such a darn good baseball team, because if you give them anything for free, any mistakes, they will make you pay. Maybe it's not in this inning, but it will come eventually. That's a very nice swing from Kettleson to just take the pitch where it's going to left center field, and all you can really do is tip your cap after that one.
Well, you get these lefty-lefty matchups. They're the ones coming through right at the top of the order. Manolfi and Kettleson back-to-back base hits. And YD right back in front. Still 2 away in the inning and a called strike to Avery Ortiz. Kettleson off second. He's catching up with Charlie Bates, both Stanford products, up the middle. You can see him having a conversation. Below the zone, count goes 1-1.
There's always so many ACC guys on the Cape. Stanford, one of the more represented schools for sure as well.
Go to Atlantic Coast Conference in your casual California school. One inside, it's 2-1. 2-1 count to Avery Ortiz. Walked on a full count in the 4th inning. Worked a full count as well in the 5th. We're popping up to Fosberg behind the plate. He swings through this one. Count goes 2-2.
You got to bury him here. Get right back in the dugout while you still got some momentum offensively, but it's tough.
2-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Fosberg blocks it and will complete the strikeout to first base. Not before the Red Sox retake the lead. 2 RBI double for Brock Kettleson, and the Harbor Hawks back with work to do in the bottom half of the 8th.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take the disguise with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 8th. Hey, Harbor Hawks fans, don't let bridge traffic throw you a curveball. Cape Cod Gateway Airport is your ticket to hassle-free travel. Located right here in Hyannis, we connect you to Boston, the islands, and beyond with daily flights and easy parking. Spend less time driving and more time at the ballpark. Learn more and plan your next getaway at flyhya.com. Cape Cod Gateway Airport, supporting our community one flight at a time. So 2 more runs for Yarmouth Dennis, who have liked their scoring in twos. 2 runs in the 2nd, 4th, and 8th. Multiples of 2, I think. Not sure.
2nd, 4th, 8th, those are all multiples of 2.
They are multiples of 2.
Isn't it just because they're even numbers?
I feel like there's something where multiply 2 by 2, you get 4. 4 by 2, you get 8. I don't know if the term is multiples. I don't know.
All right, you want to know the craziest fact ever?
Go ahead.
729 has both a square root and a cube root. Fact check that for me.
You want to know the craziest fact ever?
Oh my gosh, I already see what you're pulling out.
The hottest recorded temperature on Earth, 134 degrees.
Which you would know if you watched our broadcast open, because it was relevant to the conversation.
The 0-1 to Will Fosberg, starting off the bottom of the 8th. Ahead 0-2. Wright still working on the mound as Takeuchi staying in the game as the 3rd baseman. And Avery Ortiz will move over to shortstop. This one flared foul. Might have some room within McKeon Park. And he'll run out of room. That's Takeuchi giving chase. What a game for Kettleson. He has the RBI double, as that's called strike 3 against Will Fosberg to start off the bottom of the 8th. Catching the outer part of the plate. Strikeout numbers continue to pile up for Wright. That's his 5th.
I mean, this has been a really nicely played baseball game by the entire Whitey order. I mean, Kettleson, of course, being a big part. Tommy Gooden, of course, a home run, a single, and a double. Quietly, a triple away from the cycle.
Kettleson again, the man who ran into the fence earlier in this game. Full speed.
Tried to evade physics on that Zener home run as well.
0-1 grounded sharply over to Takeuchi. He'll throw across the diamond in time. And 2 quick outs for the Harbor Hawks.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw, but this one took a really tough hop for Takeuchi. It's always that lip of the grass where the infield dirt meets the infield lawn. If it hits off that, sometimes it'll skip up, sometimes it'll stay down. This time it skipped up, and Takeuchi able to recover and make the play.
Liam Barrett back up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts in between it. Pair of hit by pitches. Came around to score in the 6th. Ball 1 taken here. The 1-0 in for a strike. One count, 2 outs, nobody on. Wright delivers. Another called strike. Struck out the side in the 7th. Picked up his first K in the 6th inning in relief of Vaughn. The 1-2. Outside, no chase from Liam Barrett. Quieter McKeon Park here in the later innings. This one chopped over to Gooden in a foot race to first base. That's won by the first baseman. It's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th for the Harbor Hawks, still trailing 6-4 as we head to top 9 here on Cape League TV.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you. cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Back here on Cape League TV, Braden Sharp back out here for the top of the ninth, trying to keep things where they're at. 6-4 lead for Yarmouth Dennis. The Harbor Hawks felt like they might have been out of this game when it was 4-0. Now 6-4, time winding down.
Yep, now or never, and you got to throw a donut right here. Give yourself a chance. Remember yesterday in Harwich, or against Harwich, I should say, Hyannis was able to tie the game after going down big, and then Harwich had a small lead going into the ninth, and then they got insurance. And that was when kind of Hyannis maybe felt a little bit deflated, not able to kind of come back from that momentum. So here it's imperative that the Harbor Hawks are able to go with the scoreless frame and be able to give themselves the best chance possible to pull off a comeback against a YD team that has not yet lost a game on the road.
2-3-4 will be due up for the Harbor Hawks when we get to the bottom of the ninth. Here it's 4, 5, and 6 for the Red Sox. First pitch and a swing from Gooden. Fosberg looking for room. He has it behind home plate. And Fosberg dropped it on the transfer. Sam Finn behind home plate agrees for the first out.
You got to love when the umpire's vocal. That's a catch. It was on the transfer. Clear as day in terms of the audio waves. And quick out number one. No complaints.
Solid placement on the crowd mic here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network as Brady Dallimore up to the plate. Fifth time up to the plate. Fosberg couldn't keep a hold of it. Bounced off the glove. Sam Finn just called timeout. Asked the third base coach for Yarmouth Dennis if he has anything to say.
Did you just get a warning right there?
If he didn't, it was just about as clear of a non-warning as you can get to cut it off. 1-0 delivered home upstairs. 2-0. And it was a pop-out ruled on the transfer that Fosberg dropped it. 2-0 swung on and missed by Dallimore.
Are you right there? Elevated fastball. Be pretty risky to go back to another high heater, though, after seeing it right there. This guy's got some big power in the box.
2-1 well upstairs, an easy leave. Dallimore ahead 3-1. He's already walked twice today. 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Three-one again. Well upstairs, another easy take. Dallimore has his third free pass to first base.
That's got to be frustrating for Hyannis, especially seeing the way that already in this game how free passes have been cashed in by YD. I mean, even if we go to yesterday, the 12 free passes against Harwich, Harwich only had 5 RBIs on the day for their 10 runs. And so that just shows that how costly these freebies have been.
So with Dallimore off first, 1 away, and a first pitch ball to Caleb Daniel. Today's DH up for the 5th time as well. Outside, Sharp looking for it here. Behind 2-0. From the lefty. cracked out to right field. On the run, Barrett has it, and he'll take a bit of a slip after making the catch for the second out.
We'll take another look right here. You see Barrett getting in position, wanting to make the throw back to first, but almost like a slipping slide out there. I mean, he's got the metal spikes on.
Now John Beverly, next pinch hitter called on by head coach Pickler for Yarmouth Dennis. John Beverly from Auburn up to the plate here, batting .417 this season. And the Harbor Hawks were likely happy to see him get at least the most of the day off today. He'll swat at this one down the left field line, staying fair. It one-hops the fence, now rolling on the warning track. Fielded by Head, thrown in, and the stop sign at third base for Delamore. But Beverly finds it off the bench.
Well, Delamore on the move with 2 outs. Does not have blazing speed. If that's anybody else, that likely is another widey run. So Hyannis does catch a break in that fashion, but still more work to be done for Braden Sharp on the mound. As the pitch count continues to rise now, 33 pitches deep through an inning and 2/3 of relief.
Lucky to not have a run across here. 2 outs and 2 on now. Phoenix call, sees strike 1. Beverly off second base and Delamore over at third. 0-1 fired wide. It's 1-1. One left over the heart of the plate and golfed out to left field on the run. JP Head has it for a loud third out and a 0 on the board in the top of the 9th. The Harbor Hawks will look to at least put up 2 here in the bottom half on Cape League TV.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Welcome back to Cape League TV. Still Andrew Wright working on the mound. This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. 3 outs to work with for the Hyannis offense to make up a 2-run deficit. And JP Head will lead it off, followed by Charlie Bates and Caden Miller. Some defensive substitutions on the way for Yarmouth Dennis after John Beverly came in as the pinch hitter, delivering a double and ending up stranded on second. Beverly over at right field now. Everybody shifting around. He came in for today's second baseman, Ethan Paul. First pitch swung on and missed by J.P. Head. Numerous defensive substitutions. Dante Vashini is in at left field, replacing Takauchi. Phoenix Call moving over to shortstop. Ortiz moves back to third base. Kettleson to center. Manolfi to second base.
That's a handful.
The 1-2 pitch from right, cracked out to center field. On the way back for it, Kettleson has it for the first out.
JP Head had this ball in off the hands. You could hear the sound. It didn't sound great off the bat. Kind of probably stung a little bit right there. And Wright has no fear getting right into these hitters' grills, especially on the opposite side of matchup. You got to credit him for the boldness.
Now Charlie Bates up with one away, nobody on here in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch swinging strike. Bates with 3 strikeouts today and a walk mixed in, as again a swing that wasn't quite close for Charlie Bates. He's down 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch is past him for a called strike 3, and the Harbor Hawks down to their final out. Coming off the bench for Hyannis is John Embry in place of Caden Miller.
I mean, Hyannis, it doesn't seem great now, but still the tying run is on deck. A bloop and a blast ties it.
John Embry switches it from a left-on-left matchup to a preferable right-on-left matchup. Right's first. Misses the zone. Embry ahead 1-0. First at bat for Embry, who's still sporting a .424 batting average. Right again, coming close on the inner part of the plate, not getting the call. 2-0.
Embry tied for first in the Cape League with that average as well. I mean, he's really seeing the ball well. Incoming Florida Gator.
The 2-0. Swung through. Count goes to 2-1. Right into the 4th inning of work as he came in with 1 away. Now on a line, that will do it. As John Embry lines it to center field with Kettleson right there to put it away. A 1-2-3 ninth for the Harbor Hawks. And they fall 6-4 to Yarmouth Dennis. About as tough as we expected them to be. They did not quit, but the Harbor Hawks had some fight. Got it back to even at 4-4. But eventually, Yarmouth Dennis picks up 2 in the 8th to take this one 6-4.
It's a perfect example of why YD is a good team. They take advantage of any mistakes you give them. You think back to when Hyannis had opportunities. The base is loaded back in the 5th inning to pick off. Some of the errors, some of the walks. It was the little things that ended up adding up and coming back to bite Hyannis, who now has to have the goldfish mindset, going back out on the road to face the Chatham Anglers tomorrow.
Back on the road tomorrow. It was Andrew Wright who really dazzled out of the bullpen for Yarmouth Dennis. Picked up 6 strikeouts in 3 2/3 to close this one. Yarmouth Dennis takes it 6-4 On behalf of my broadcast partners, Quincy Bell and Max Schwartzberg, our producers, Hope Nolan and James Kluggish, and our sideline reporters, Sam Gorini and Ethan Wax, I'm Charlie Adams, saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow.